welcome to the draft show. Would you use him at home? Let us know.
If you don't have her, get her in the team.
5 million point squad. Where are they going to spend it?
Simple cross and power shot.
He made it look simple.
Hello, welcome on into the draft show week 4. My name is Richard Buckley, and it is a pleasure to bring you in to what we're going to talk about over the next 10-15 minutes, breaking down everything that you're going to see in tonight's FC Pro Open. Gravesen, welcome to the Pro Open, my friend. What you made of it so far? First night here for you. You can be joining us throughout the rest of the tournament. What you made of it so far, 3 weeks of action?
I've been enjoying it so much, especially the tactics. I've been using the codes, and especially that Jafonso 4-4-1-1. I've been using it in FUT Champs, and trust me, 15-0, it's incredible.
Well, I can't get 15-0, but I can tell you all about the codes. They're coming later. All tonight's action is going to be broken down. We've got the #1 player on the planet. We've also got the reigning defending FC Pro Open champion in Group D. Let's have a look at Group D because it is stacked from left to right. Gravesen, what are you making of it tonight?
You know, Tom did a prediction last week, and I did really enjoy it, so I'm going to go with my prediction as well. PHC to top the group. I think he's a level above.
PHC to top the group. Will it happen? We've also got Abu Maka, we've got Fuma, Paolo Neto, Levi David, and KTZN. It is going to be so interesting what happens and what also happens with the team selection and those drafts, because as always, each week we have a different set of requirements. Tonight is no different. It's an interesting set. We've got minimum 1 Globetrotter. We've got 2 Ultimate Succession players must be in the team, 2 gold items, and also 2 players from United States. That's got to be in an 8 million coin budget. Grav, what do you make to tonight's requirements?
For me, the main thing is everyone has been using Van Dijk, Theo, and Mbappe in their teams. So now you can only use 2 of them. So are you going to go with the Infor Theo? Are you going to go... No, you cannot use Thunderstruck by Mbappe because it goes off the budget. So it's going to be interesting, but you got to choose.
You've got to choose. And also, you've got to choose at home. As always, we bring your teams into tonight's show. And this is no different because we send the requirements out and we ask you, build us some teams. The community drafts are back, Gravesen. We've got 3 to show you as well, all being well. As always, this is where it's going to be broken down. We're talking R3, we're talking FC Pro IQ, but before we get into that, we're talking your teams, we're talking _Hazard 10's team, and it's a monstrosity, Gravesen. Talk me through what we see in here.
The thing is, he's been using some things because Reiten has been used by Anders, Gravenberg has been used by Emre, so he's been using things, but then Kewell, what is he doing?
I want a rating out of 10. What does this team get me? Tell me a number out of 10.
3 out of 10. That's really poor, to be honest.
3 out of 10.
Yeah, it's poor.
For Talking Hazard's team. Let's move on. Let's see who else. We're going to try and get through as many as we can. Migu 85 squad. And maybe take a bit of inspiration from the Manchester derby. Kevin De Bruyne and Garnacho, sore subject for FG. But we're talking through this team. Rodri, CDM. He can play in game, but he can't play in real life at the moment.
The thing is, you know, FC is about the pace, and Baresi, 78 pace.
Yeah, I didn't even see that. I didn't even see that.
What is this?
Out of 10. What are we giving it?
This is a 2 out of 10. Like I say, I didn't see Balogan. I mean, you're not using and scoring goals with that player. Come on.
Migu, 2 out of 10. We've got a 3, we've got a 2 so far. Will this last team be better? It's our friend, it's your friend, it's Falcons Mike.
Falcons Mike
what
again, another year.
Of this team, he can't get away. Falcons Mike, what do we make of the team? 18 chemistry, Mike. Firstly, Grav, couple of highlights and then a score.
Okay, Theo Hernandez is good, Van Dijk is good, Saliba is good, Aitana is good, but then the chemistry, and then Walker, I don't know, 5. I'm going to say 5.
It's Falcons Mike with
decent.
a 5 out of 10. If you think you can do better, get involved. We'll be getting loads of teams in the new year. We'll be breaking it down for you. One of the pro players who maybe has got a better team than that tonight is our reigning defending FC Pro Open champion, PHC. And here's what he had to say earlier.
Yeah, I'm feeling good with my team. I practice a lot. It was a good practice. I was playing a lot with Drogba, but I changed for Dalglish after the updates they did. I think Drogba was not that good. So yeah, I'm feeling confident with my team. Dalglish helped me a lot with the finesse shot, and that's it, I'm ready.
He was feeling confident with his team. Grav, this is the team that we've got in front of us right now. He talked about Dalglish, no Drogba, but he's on with Dalglish. And we're also seeing Kylian Mbappe in this team. There's one player I want to highlight, but before we get to them, overall, PHN's team, how would you like it?
I think for the best player, it's the best team. I think it's my favorite out of the six of them, and especially Fernando Hierro. When I bought him in the game, he was 200k. Now he's 400k. He's amazing as a defender.
Well, let's look at Reinders in particular, because he's one of those players that you don't often see game in, game out. What about this item do you love so much?
For me, if we talk about specific stats, the dribbling is really, really good. And of course, I'm gonna mention two things. You know, Tom mentioned how the short pass and long pass are incredible. So in this specific item, obviously 92, 88,
Yeah.
but then the agility and balance as well, it's really good. So I feel overall he's one of the best players you can use at the moment.
Let's have a quick look at those playstyles as well, because it is a huge part of the in-game item. Tiki-taka plus, no long ball pass silver.
That's a huge thing, yeah.
Could be a little bit of a weakness, but other than that, a fantastic in-game item. As always, we don't only look at the team and we break it down, we also bring guests in, and tonight is no exception. We have got a very special guest joining us for this portion of the draft show. He is one of the best players in the world. It's Levi David. Welcome on in to the draft show.
Hello.
Firstly, I've got to ask you, what did you make for the requirements before we break your team down?
I think it's solid. The first thing that came to mind, you already mentioned it. Theo, Van Dijk, Mbappe, 3 gold items we see in basically every single draft. Was not possible this time. But for me it was not a problem. I knew I was going to bring Bobby Charlton in, so it was already hard to figure out a team with Charlton and Mbappe, because you had to play Team of the Week Theo. It's like 400 or 500k difference, so that was not an option for me. Yeah, I actually like this team. Maicon came in at right back. I think the best right back in the game. Tijani Reinders, as you mentioned.
I want to jump onto something, because I actually talked to Richard and I tried Olise at home, and he was awful for me. Like, he couldn't score, he couldn't move.
Is that a Gravison problem or is it an Elise problem?
I think it's a graphical problem, because
That's what I thought.
I
That's what I thought.
really like the card. I really like the card. I actually won't be playing this formation. I
Okay.
just did submit it in the draft. It's not a big change. Only Xavi Simons is coming in for Reiten, and it will be a 4-2-3-1 instead of a 4-4-1-1.
A little bit of news for you. I want to look in particular at one player, Douglas Luiz. Brand new promo in the game. You had to choose players from that promo. Why Douglas Luiz in particular? You not just fancy 2 cheap players on the bench? Douglas Luiz got the shout started.
For me, it was him or Gerrard. I tried both. Ultimate Succession icon Gerrard, but Douglas Luiz's playstyles are insane, incisive and wide, pinked on gold, dead ball as well. I think anticipate and intercept. So yeah, for me that was not a hard choice in CDM. I just tried him one game on Saturday, and then I already knew he deserves to be in the team. He deserves the spot.
How nice is he on the ball? Because those stats are really good.
Yeah, he's really good. That was the first thing I was trying to find out, because he's a bit small. In defense he was good, but most of the times these kind of players feel really good on the ball, and that's what I felt with him. Yeah, it was not a question to me. He just deserved to be in the squad.
Anything in the playstyles grab jump out?
I want to ask you if you notice those white intercept and anticipate. Do you feel like you need some gold playstyles, or just the silver ones are good?
I think in midfield it's not necessary to have the defensive playstyles, but if they are there, it's a big advantage. Obviously press proven as well, and makes him feel really good on the ball. For people watching at home, I also have Jorginho on the bench. You might be thinking, what's that card? He has kind of the same play styles. He's only like 12 or 13k coins, also press proven. I didn't have a lot of budget left, but I needed a super sub for CDM. So Jorginho is a solid card.
I don't want to put any more pressure on you tonight, but there's a lot of people at home who's invested in Wout Weghorst. I want to talk about the FC Pro Live items, and in particular Wout Weghorst. Are people in good money tonight? Are you going to get some upgrades for Mr. Weghorst?
I'm gonna give it my all, and I hope so. I hope so.
And out of all these players, Grav, who are you looking at in particular from tonight? I mean, Osimhen, KTZN.
That's the main one. I mean, you know, I like my things. You know, I like my aerials and my power shots. So Victor Osimhen hopefully can do it well, because I'm just thinking about foot champs, 2 strikers, 4-4-2, Weghorst, Osimhen. I'll enjoy the game.
Yeah, it's going to be nice. Levy, we're not going to keep you any longer. Best of luck for tonight.
you,
if you want to get some upgrades, this is the man to do it. He's just walking off. He's got business. He's switched on, and he's going to be in action tonight. Levi David, enough talking. He is going to be locked in. Fuma alongside him. KTZN, Abu Maka, #1 in the world. We've got Paulo Neto, and we have the reigning, defending FC Pro Open champion PHZ. It's kicking off in a couple of minutes' time. right to sit on the throne at top of FC.
That is magnificent!
Ice cold!
The confidence is oozing out of him.
It's life-changing, it really is.
To Mateus! Your FC Pro Open champion!
Hello and welcome back to the FC Pro Open. It's the final show of the year, the final group of the year, and we've got a star-studded lineup, including the current champion, who you might remember celebrated a little bit like this.
This is it! Your FC Pro Open Grand Final, PH in against Anders Vergang. 50,000 players signed up online, and now we're down to our final two. Only one can call themselves champion.
That moment was incredible, and I will never forget this moment.
There's Haaland in the air towards the post. Back to Mateus! Champion!
The champion is here. The trophy has my name in it. This is my trophy, my crown. FC Pro Open, I'm coming.
Hello and welcome back to FC Pro Open. Look, I took the week off last week, but I am back. I'm joined by two people who were here last week. Brandon Smith, the best esports commentator in the world. How are you doing?
I'm good. I mean, it was a shame you did pull a sickie last week, but it's good that you're back.
Yeah, I mean, Tex, you were in action last week. How are you feeling about last week?
Yeah, you didn't miss anything interesting. It couldn't have gone any worse. I'm fuming, I'm angry. But we're back, and I'm happy that I'm here. I'm not over there.
I mean, look, you say that it went badly, but Brandon, I think we sort of disagree. I would love nothing more than to cook this man. But the margins were really, really fine last week. Brandon?
He got more points than this time last round.
And a +1.
I mean,
There's
I
upgrades
couldn't
this year.
got any less points than last
Yeah,
time.
that's true. But honestly, Tex, I think you played all right. I mean, we're
Yeah.
sitting back on what we saw last week. You're only one win away from being back amongst it.
Yeah, I should have had 6 points after 2 games, though, for sure. But now I've got 4 after 5. I don't know what happened. But next week, if I put in a good performance, then I should be in the top 3, and I'm hoping so as well.
You don't want to see this again, do you?
I'll turn it off. Get it off now, immediately. No one wants to see this.
I concede them goals all the time as well, mate, so there's nothing to be too worried about. But listen, we've got a star-studded lineup today, Brandon Smith. It's
We
Group D.
absolutely do. I mean, look, last group before Christmas. I mean, it's the end. It's the last show of the year. We've got #1 ranked in the world at the moment. We've got the FC Pro Open champion who gave us that incredible grand final. Plus, so many more big names.
I mean, listen, you've got a bit of time, Tex, to recover in your next week. But one of our cast members might need a little bit longer to recover because he wasn't here last week either, Richard Buckley. Do you know why he wasn't?
Did he fail something?
Yeah, Richard Buckley failed his driving test, ladies and gentlemen. But anyway, a lot of soccer to play today. As you can see, there are rivals behind us. Brandon Smith, we spoke about in the group that we've got, the players we've got. I'm going to put you on a limb out here and say, who's going to top this group today?
You know what? I'm going to say Fuma.
Oh.
And I know he's not going to like that next to me. I mean, we had a bit of fun last time round. We both had an argument who's going to top the group. I think it was back in Group B. I owed you a takeaway. Double or nothing tonight. Double or nothing tonight. Fuma tops the group. What are you saying?
That's a stinker. Yeah, a deal. I think I played all these guys in practice. Fuma, I don't think it was up to the standards.
Who is topping the group then?
Oh, it's the boring answer, but PH in. I
Can I?
played him and he did me.
Can I have a takeaway?
No, it's just between us.
Right, you've not paid up yet, so you can
Yeah, it's
give me
double
that
or nothing.
takeaway
It's
and I'll
double or
buy him one when you get it right. Listen, the group's going to be absolutely sensational. We'll see it behind us. Paulo Neto going under the radar a little bit, surely, Tex.
Yeah, no, Paulo Neto is a very good player. Another player I played in practice this week and it was a close game. He's attacking, he scores goals. So I do feel sorry for anyone that has to play him, but yeah, what was he, the 4-time MLS champion or something like
The whole group is great, and I know we sound like a broken record saying this every week, but it is. Just look at the players we've got. We've got the best 24 players in the world in the FC Pro Open, and every week we come back, we sound like a broken record. It's another crazy week of players.
And a lot of people, none of these going under the radar. Levy isn't, KTZN isn't, I mean, Fuma's definitely not. One man who was unbelievable last year and our current champion is with a man who's back on the FC Pro Open, Gravison.
Thank you, FG. We're here joined by Paulo Enrique PH, current FC Pro champ. How are you feeling today?
Yeah, I'm feeling really good to be back in this competition, the FC Pro Open, and I hope finish this year with the same as last year.
Do you feel like you have just a target on your back, being just the current champion? Do you feel like everyone is coming after you today?
No, I'm feeling confident, and also I don't think about that. I just think about it. It's the new game, it's the new tournament, so it's just like my looking for the first game, and after that, Abu Maka and then the other games. So yeah, I'm just ready for this moment.
You just mentioned your match against Abu Maka. He's current top 1 in the global rankings. You're 9th. Do you feel like that's right, or do you feel like you're a better player than him and you want to prove it in that match?
Yeah, it's hard to talk about rankings. Yeah, of course, I don't think I am in the 9th position. I think this is not true, but yeah, now it's changed for me, show for everyone. I can be the first, the top 2, top 3, but I want to be in the top always.
Thank you so much for your time, Paulo. Hopefully you'll do best thing here and you'll crush as you did last year. And we'll have Rich and Tex analyzing now.
Right then, let's crack on with the show. At least I did fail my driving test. I've not failed 11 times in a row, unlike FG's football team. There we go. Let's crack on with a bit of PH because he's a winner, he is a champion, and he did it last year in emphatic style. We're going to look through his road to the final last year, Tex. I want to actually have a deeper dive. You've played against him, you know a lot about him. What does he do differently to a lot of other players?
Genuinely, from when I play him, he's impossible to tackle. You try to press him, and he just twists and he turns, and all of a sudden, there's a through ball and he's in on goal. He's one of the best attackers I've ever played, and he's so difficult to tackle.
This was his run to the FC Pro Open Championship last year. Look at that result, by the way. 8-1 against Emre Yilmaz, and we all know about this final against Anders Vergang. Did this cement him as one of the best players for the last 3, 4, 5 years, in your opinion? Because he was always on the cusp. He'd done it in 2v2 a lot, but this was a big statement.
100%. Genuinely, it takes a special player to beat Emre Yilmaz. It takes a really special player to beat him 8-1. It wasn't just a win, it was an emphatic win. And then he went on to beat Anders as well, who is the world champ.
But he's 9th.
Yeah.
On the rankings, Abu Maka, top dog, there we're going against each other. Very quickly, what do we make of this rankings? You're nowhere to be seen.
What?
But what do we make of
Neither is your
top 10?
driving licence, mate, so don't come at me. PH he's sat in 9th. I think he should be a little bit higher, and I think Abu Maka should be a little bit lower. But hey, they both got me. They both got a chance to prove me wrong today.
They certainly do. Let's have a look at Abu Maka. He is top dog for a reason. We can have a deeper dive into his team. For me, this is the best draft of the night. He's got everything in this team. We're talking Bruno Fernandes with the through balls, we're talking Salah with the finesse, Drogba with the power shot. What do you make of it?
You know what? I'd love to disagree with you and create a bit of controversy, but there's none. I think it's the best team as well. He's got Rafa Leao with Rapid, obviously the power shot, the finesse shot, the incisive pass, as you mentioned. I just think all round it's the best squad.
I want to highlight one player in particular. You tell me, who is Abu Maka's star player? Who's going to win the games for him?
Oh, star player. Oh, it's boring. I'm going to say Drogba, but it's boring. 100% Drogba.
Well, let's have a look at Abu Maka. We've actually got the opportunity to look at some practice games from earlier today. This is 10 minutes in. He was 2-0 down. He brings the game back. What makes Abu Maka as a player? You've played against him. You played him at the World Championships last year. What makes him so good as a player?
You know what it is? I don't think he's special at anything. I just think he's really good at everything. Does that make sense? And he's clinical as well. You don't feel like he's going to do anything, and all of a sudden, it's a goal. He's clinical, and he's just hard to defend. He's hard to play against, and I'm happy he's not in my group.
Yeah, we're going to see him in action tonight. PH Zin, on the other hand, we've got some practice footage from him earlier on today as well. For people at home, you've said about what he does so well, what he can accomplish in the game. Is he going to have it all his own way tonight?
It's a difficult group, so it's tricky to say, but no, I think it's really hard to win 5 out of 5 and get 15 points and have it all your own way.
How many points are you getting? Give me a number. How many points is PH Zin getting?
10.
10 points. Will it be a perfect 10 for PH Zin? Will he struggle as the reigning defending champion? We're about to find out, because the games are getting ready.
Well then, here we go. It is the big one, the #1 ranked player in the world up against the FC Pro Open champion. It kicks off in our last night of action here before we head into a brand new year, which is going to bring so much more. And I'm over the moon to say that Jaime Alvarez is back on the shows. He's back in the commentary box. Jaime, how are you, my friend? Welcome back.
I'm doing good, thank you. I'm just looking over at Abu Maka and PH as they're sitting. And you can see this is probably, in my opinion, the toughest game in the whole group, because I think they're the ones that are gonna top this Group G. But wow, it just seems like we started things with fireworks, because this game is gonna be incredible in my opinion.
Absolutely. I mean, look, the last time that these two played was in the FC Pro Grand Finals. It was a top 8 finish back on February 3rd, Grav. And I mean, we've got the Twitch open in front of us right now. as Graver gets his audio ready for today, as he needs to get it perfect because it's going to be an action-packed 5 rounds. Let us know in the chat, which player tonight are you investing in? Which FC Pro Live item are you getting behind? Because Wout Weghorst is very cheap if you want to buy a few of them live right now. If you're after Gabriel Jesus, you might need a few more coins because he is rather expensive.
How much is him at the moment?
I think last time I checked, he was about 800,000 coins. Maybe about 600k actually, maybe a little bit more than that. So let us know in the chat at home, which player are you getting behind? There's going to be a lot of people I know as well getting behind Victor Osimhen. That's right, those Galatasaray fans are going to be loud, they're going to be noisy.
I'm one of them because I feel like if Khan does perform well today, he's one of those players that could, I don't know, sub on FUT Champs, let's just say minute 70 or 80, something like that, to just sub him on and just win the game. So let's see how Khan does today.
Well, we start here in game number 1 tonight here in Group D. Again, it's another stat group at the FC Pro Open. And it's Abu Makr, the #1 ranked player in the world rankings at the moment. After a dominant display back in the Middle East online in the regional cups that have been running in the background behind the FC Pro Open. Up against PH-IN. We've waited a long time to see this man back in action. He already qualified himself back into this competition here off the back of his success in London, where he did beat Anders Vergang in that famous Grand Final. With all the action, all the drama, we can only hope, Gravesen, that when we come back in 2025 for February, we'll have the exact same Grand Final we had last time out.
I do feel like it was the best competitive game throughout the whole season. It had everything. It had the goalkeeper movement. It had just the last kick of the game with the goal to just win the title. It had Anders, you know, calling PH just not good player enough to beat him, and he did. So let's just hope for at least an equal game, because it was, in my opinion, the best game of last year.
Absolutely. I mean, look, we've already asked you to get involved in the conversation home. You have. I need Osimhen upgrades coming in. It was said as well tonight, I was speaking to a few of the players backstage, especially the guys from Galatasaray. They said that Victor actually wanted to watch tonight's broadcast, but actually has a game. So he can't be doing both things, unfortunately, but Khan got to meet Victor Osimhen in Istanbul earlier last week to talk about this incredible special item as our first real attack comes through. And he's defended well. Let's go PH-IN. We need that Gabriel Jesus upgrade. And a lot of love for Wout Weghorst, who, as we said, is very cheap right now. Last time I checked on him, he was just under 20,000 coins. So we got a few coins laying about. Remember, just 1 win tonight, 3 points will give you a +1 upgrade on any of these FC Pro Live items. That's a clever pass around the corner, but it'll be a sweeper keeper effort from Courtois.
It feels like Abu Makr is controlling the game at the moment. It feels like he's comfortably just finishing every single attack. But we know PH takes sometimes to start the game, but when he does, he's unstoppable.
Well, update over here. Galatasaray fans, you're going to be happy with that start. He leads by a goal to 0. That's Khan up against Paulo Neto. And in our other game, it is Fuma taking on Levi David. Another player that had an incredible season in the FC Pro Open last year. Got himself a top 4 and a ticket directly back into this competition. Drogba is sniffing around for a little touch there, but he's not going to be able to get it.
You called it, Fuma to top the group. So let's see what happens.
I've just read in the chat, someone said they've invested in 31 Wout Weghorst. You've certainly got some coins laying around. Here's Diogo Dalot. PH-IN's first real chance of getting in the box of Abu Makr.
Good.
As Kenny Dalglish was looking for that finesse plus play style there. I don't think would have needed to use it. It would look like a certain goal.
I'm sure Ryan invested as well, because I remember him week 1, week 2. He was just with his phone out, investing, buying players. So he's not here this week, but I'm sure he's at home investing. I'm going to ask him later on if it was Victor Osimhen, if it was Gabriel Jesus. Let's see what he did invest in. For me, it was Wout Weghorst.
Well, I think he's an Arsenal fan as well. He's our very own Ryan Pessoa. So if he's got the coins around, certainly if Gabriel Jesus might be in his club, I'm sure he'll be watching tonight. If he is, good evening to you, sir. A lot of love coming in as well for Abu Makr, part of Team Falcons, of course, the famous esports organisation. MS Dasari, one of the greats of this esport, is very much behind it. He was able to discover the talent of Abu Makr just a few years back now. He has been consistent on the world stage. And he has Al Hilal's Tom Bakhti That's his FC Pro Live item. He's without a playstyle plus, but still, there will be some people getting behind him tonight. Here's Michael. Abu Maka looking for a chance with Xavi. Chance is blocked. The attack very much still alive. Keep an eye on that finesse plus playstyle of Mohamed Salah, which could cause a few problems. At the moment, Grab, we're 22 minutes in, and PH hasn't really been able to play.
Both 21 don't back this. Brandon better see this. My club's on the line. I mean, my club's on the line as well with Wout Weghorst, so I totally feel you.
As we said, keep in mind tonight that every point on the board could upgrade those FC Pro Live items. It's just 3 points for a +1 to the overall rating. 6 points will guarantee you a skill move or a weak foot upgrade. And as more points get added onto the board, more upgrades certainly will happen. Bruno Fernandes, maybe looking for that first time, little dink over the top, which he's been so famous for with the ongoing runners of Drogba. Always being on offer. Speaking of Didier Drogba, power shot was coming in and it did just go wide for a corner. Update over here. It's a deflected shot from Bobby Charlton. And Paulo Neto has pulled that one all square. 20 minutes on the clock, back to our main game and still goalless.
And this could be good. Let's see if the counter-attack goes into Reiten, yeah. And this could be a good build-up, because at the moment the defenders are high up. Let's see if he's able to just find a pass into the strikers. Try to go for the goal. This is good.
So Hernandez on a play, Mbappe, Courtois. It's the best chance he's had so far, PSG. Quick corner to come in. Virgil van Dijk is there, but the defensive one of Abu Maka will do enough. Another update over here. We haven't seen this game yet. Goal comes in just as we go past the 25th minute. And it is Xavi Simons, of all players, that is going to be able to put Levi David up by 1-0.
Interesting to see Xavi Simons as a starter, but then first chance he got, he scored. So I tried it at home. I think he was fairly bad, but that, as Levi said before, that has to be a Gravesen error.
Douglas Luiz, power shot, fizzed into Courtois, who parries out for a corner. That one played short directly, still goalless in this main featured game. There's another power shot, and at the moment, PH has been dealing with everything coming his way. Caught with him earlier today. He's been here since last Tuesday, Grav, in terms of the preparation that he's been having. Got adjusted to the time zones coming straight over from Rio. And he's basically been putting himself in a boot camp for the last 6 days.
Yeah, I mean, he did do good on the qualifier of South America, on the tournament, sorry, in which he did top 4, losing against Kiketo, which I think is a good result in an online tournament. But it's totally different playing here in Europe and playing just in a tournament in which you just play 5 games. So let's see if he was able to adapt. It seems like he's struggling at the moment.
Finds it to Michael, all the way from right back. Not really the man you wanted through on goal there. If that was Drogba, you knew what was coming. Another update. Galatasaray fans, close your eyes, because Paulo Neto leads by 2-1. Calm finds himself in a bit of a situation there. Remember that every player will be playing 5 rounds tonight. There's 15 points up for grabs every week here in the FC Pro Open. And each group has 2 different match days. So the likes of Group A, B and C and D tonight, they'll be back again in January to add more points to their tally. It's a top 3 you need to send yourself into the knockout stages. That's a great ball through.
And now you gotta go unpunished because Theo is out of position. I'm sure, yeah, as you can see, he knows this. Good build-up.
Something we haven't really spoken about tonight, Gravesen, so far is that all-important Mystery Nation, which every week there is a Mystery Nation for you at home to guess and to complete objectives in the game.
Is it Colombia?
It's not Colombia, but I like that you've already guessed. I mean, for those that are at home now, let us know some predictions on what you think the Mystery Nation is tonight. Get in the comments, let us know. We'll pull a few of your messages up on stream. So there's always a few interesting predictions.
Is it Spain?
Grav, calm down on the guesses, all right? But you're wrong on both occasions. Long ball over the top finds Rafael Leao. Drogba should get there, but you know what it's like when the ball's in the air and the goalie's tracking it, he's always going to be able to get there. Another update over here, Paulo Neto. One goal has now led to 3 inside 34 in-game minutes.
I'm sure Tex is happy with that goal, because that's just what Tex masters perfectly. Paulo did as well. Just passing to Son, he creates up the space, he has the angle as well, and you just finesse. It doesn't even need a a time finishing. Wide, and it was in.
Half-time in our featured matchup, believe it or not, it's goalless between these two. Over here, we're playing Henderson volleys in the box. As Fuma is able to just about hold on to this one, of course. We did see Fuma last year in the FC Pro Open. Had to re-qualify himself back in the qualifier at the start of November.
He struggled in there, in the Swiss format. He qualified in the 5th round against Thomas Lees. And then he lost against Leandro Peixoto, his teammate. So he did struggle, but he's here. So it doesn't matter if you struggle.
And he's so consistent as well, Gravison. 4 times he's won the French E-League 1. He's a 4-time French champion. And he's always amongst the conversation. Speaking of Fuma, he's got a real chance here in the last minute of additional time. Can't really go too far back because the referee's going to blow up for half-time. Savanier finds his fellow teammate in Frankie de Jong. A couple of ball rolls inside from Diego Dalot. Tries to find that all-important pass into Drogba.
Penalty!
Penalty!
That's unlucky.
And what a chance this could be for Fuma on the stroke of half-time to make it 1-1 from the spot. Does score, Didier Drogba back on the score sheet tonight in the FC Pro.
That's a tough goal to concede. You're defending well, you did create a few chances, you scored with Xavi Simons, and then you defend well for 2 minutes. It should have been the end of the first half, and I don't think he pressed any buttons. Yeah, I think he went for the pass, really, but I don't know if he went for the pass or the tackle, but the game did tackle, and it was a clear penalty. That's a tough goal to concede, really. Mentally, of course. He went top left, and Drogba scored easily. Let's see if Levy is able to bounce back, because mentally it's a tough goal to concede.
And look, we haven't spoken much about Paulo Neto tonight, but what a start this man is having. Been so dominant over in the United States of America in the MLS, where really has sort of made his claim to fame off the back of that qualifier for multiple World Championships. Haven't really spoken too much about him in detail in this group, but he's always a name that you have to think about and be worried about. First time he qualified for the FC Pro Open this year as well.
Yeah, we mentioned Fuma struggling in the Swiss format. Paulo did not, because he won his 5 games, so he was one of the 2 players to just have a perfect score in the Swiss format. And then he did struggle against Nixnev, but he did qualify, so I feel like he's one of those players that you don't mention that much, but when he gets to the bigger stage, he performs.
Well, as we jump into our second half, FG joins us on the commentary desk. I mean, you come in with good news on the Mystery Nation. Have you found what it is, heard what it is?
Well, I've got an idea. I'm just going to read the Twitch chat right now and see if anyone can guess it, and then hopefully I'm going to reveal it to everyone. So what do you think, guys? Let's take a look. It isn't Hungary.
I saw someone say Ghana. It's not Ghana.
It's not Hungary, like I said. What else have we got in this Twitch chat?
It's Barbados, gem of the Caribbean. Is it Barbados? Is it the gem of the Caribbean?
What? I couldn't have heard you say that. It's not Gibraltar. It'd be pretty interesting if it was. It's not Egypt. Keep your guesses coming in though, Brandon.
Yeah,
you got
not Brazil.
Is it San Marino? Andreid asks.
San Marino would be a sensational nation, but it isn't San Marino, unfortunately.
Give us a tip for Mystery Nation.
I've got nothing right now. Anyway, back to the soccer.
Okay.
Could be a chance to turn Mbappe. Stopped in his tracks by Virgil van Dijk. I'm just shocked, Gravison. This has been
goalless, yeah.
Goalless for, I think, the longest time we've actually seen in an FC Pro game so far on the Open this year.
I do think Abou-Maka had a couple of chances to score, especially with Rafa Leao. I mean, with Rafa Leao, he did take an extra touch. And I do feel like that was a really, really good chance to score a goal, but I don't know what happened with FG now.
Well, FG's run away. I think he might be trying to find the Mystery Nation before any of us.
But yeah, 60 minutes, and the game is goalless at the moment.
It's always the case, isn't it? We have our main feature game, and unfortunately, sometimes it just doesn't have the goals. All the other games full of goals going in.
It is good. Good for the cross.
Here's Rayton. Did you find that all-important pass? Finds Teo Hernandez, that ricochets off the foot of the French defender. Does enough still.
Could you imagine this game ended 0-0?
Update over here. Goal back for Galatasaray fans as
Nice
Khan,
speed boost.
with an all-important speed boost there, makes it 4-2, as it looks to be. If it stays like that, it will be Gregerson of Atlanta United of the MLS getting a +1 upgrade to an 86 rated player. Is he offside? No, he's not.
Have we ever seen a 0-0 result in FC Pro, Brandon?
I'm very confident to say no.
This could be the first one. Unless...
Hernandez, surely not going to take a shot. He is. Matched up well by Courtois. And still, we are goalless in this game.
Nice defense. And now Maicon is out of position. He rushed it.
Such an important start to United here. We see it time and time again, week after week in the FC Pro Open. Players that start well and they use it of such trajectory.
This is
to
good.
move them into the latter stages of tonight. And then other players that just start slow and then they get going. I think there's only been 2 unbeaten players that we've seen in the FC Pro Open so far. That was Obron last week, who was incredible.
I feel like they are overthinking inside the box.
And the week before that, Manny Bashoro.
Once you get inside the box, sorry, Brandon, I feel like you just gotta go for a dribble and a shot, or a pass and a shot. They're overthinking it. That's Jihadi asked a really good question. How did he do that speed boost? I can never do it, but you'll eventually find out later on the show, because we're gonna explain how to do the L1 speed boost.
Yeah, the all-important R3 segment coming up following this round, I believe, and certainly going to be broken down, isn't it, Graverson?
Yep, by me.
Remember as well tonight, any of the players' tactics that are on screen that you want to find out more, maybe you want to find out what the tactics the FC Pro Open champion is using, the #1 ranked player in the world rankings at the moment, Abu Makka, all of those tactics will be available at the end of the show tonight as well, so do stay tuned with us. We've been following that pattern every single week here in the FC Pro Open. Into a pause we go. Let's leave it and jump somewhere else, because there's been a handful of goals here. Fuma, as we know, got one back from the penalty spot at the stroke of half-time, and Levi David finds himself 2-1 up as we approach the last 20 in-game minutes in that game.
It's interesting to see. I think Abu Makka was using 4-5-1 formation. I think it's the first time we've seen it this year. I don't think Nicolas used it, not sure. But it's one of those formations you don't usually see that much, 4-5-1.
We get to see JJ Okocha on the pitch here, Grab for Khan. Only player to draft in the Nigerian hero.
JJ Okocha, that's an interesting choice.
Certainly is a different choice, isn't it?
It is.
Alongside that, he has got, of course, the famous Victor Osimhen on the bench. We might see him later onto the game, potentially, if he needs. We've had a breakthrough. We have. And it's come the way of Abu Makka. With Mohamed Salah on that finesse plus place, though, it came down to a moment in that game, a moment of brilliance. Didn't need to be time green. It's the playstyle plus, which again will give Abu Makka the all-important lead there. His first goal back in the FC Pro Open this year in this Group D. PH might be kicking off tonight with his first loss, a defended FC Pro Open champion. Could find himself in a spot of bother after round 1. Back over here. Wout Weghorst fans, where are you? Can we hear you? Can we see you? Because he could be on his way to an 87 rated in-game item with just 1 win here tonight.
Woo, that was quick. From defense to attack in 2 passes.
Can drop a pull away, though, from the on-runners of Maicon and Virgil van Dijk. Fuma just rebuilding this one patiently, waiting for his right time to try and strike and pull this one through. Levy just taking his time to deal with it. Remember that he will be playing against his former teammate tonight as well, and PH, and both of them teamed up for Ajax last year.
That's quick again.
Ball
Two
back to me.
passes.
He's going to get the power shot right. Yes, he can!
Oh!
But there is just timed orange. And was that the all-important difference there?
Yeah, maybe the live tuning update as well with power shots. Not sure, but he missed it.
Update over here, I believe, or we're joining it live. Still stands at 1-0. This is live now for you, 9 minutes away. Was he going to find a second? Abubakar Damage
Whoa, great!
with the all-important extra pass.
Great football.
He might not be worth many coins having it, but he's always in the right place at the right time.
I'm sure none of us saw that incredible pass. I mean, great soccer, what can we say? Savanier was open, he went for the extra pass. Brilliant goal, 2-0.
Well, there's been a lot of chat about Abubakar being #1 in the world rankings. And at the moment, he is kicking off his return to the FC Pro Open in the best way possible. A clean sheet, 3 points. And his first upgrade to his FC Pro Live item as well.
I would love to see the stats of this game because I don't think I can remember PH
I'd
shooting.
love to see the XG between the two as well. Update over here, just under 15 minutes left.
And Can still has time, really. He still has time to score, but oof, for a near post, that's a weird angle, a weird way to go for the shot, really. But he did score. Paulo Neto seems to seal the game, really, with a 5-2 result. And it seems like the game is over for Can. He still has 4 more games, but it seems like, as we can see now with the replay, he went for the near post. It was a trivela. It was a weird angle, to be honest, but it went in nevertheless. And it seems like Paulo scores the 5th goal and his first 3 points of the Group D.
What start for Paulo Neto. He's going to be on 3 points. Abubakar 2 or 3 in-game minutes away. Update over here, Fuma. Bad news, Weghorst owners. And the upgrade's not going to happen just yet because Fuma has been able to equalise 2-2. Diego Dalot all the way from fullback. Bringing us all square there, Gravison, at a 2-2 scoreline. PH in. Stopped in his tracks again.
It's weird, not the result, because of course Abubakar is the top 1 in the global rankings, and of course he can beat anyone. It seems like H didn't play the game at all.
3-0.
No.
Sounds
Fernando Hierro is
crazy.
a beast. Incredible.
It sounds crazy as well, Grav, but when you play so well and you get the auto invites back to these competitions, I speak to a lot of the players, no one really wants to practice against you. You've qualified, you're there, you don't have the chance to play in the qualifier that some players really thrive off, to get in the spirit, to get in the mood of it. And you have to come into an environment with all the pressure on your shoulders as the defending FC Pro Open champion. And for PH in, he kicks off tonight with a loss next to his name and 0 points. Abubakar. A huge performance there from the #1 world ranked player as it currently stands in our FC Pro rankings. All to do for PH in tonight.
It did happen to Manu Bachore last year. He qualified from the World Championship, but then he didn't play well at all.
Update over here. Good news, Weghorst fans. You might be actually on your way to an upgrade. 84 minutes on the clock. What a game it's been between the two of them. Let's join it live now. 3-2. Levy finds himself in the lead in this one.
Nice ball.
Does he want to take more time out of the game, Gravison here, or try and find another goal?
He has to go for another goal. He has to be careful because that pass was awful. And Didier Drogba, if you give him space, he'll power shoot to death. Nice player locks. What was that? I really thought that was going in. It was a weird save by Thibaut Courtois. And now we have the corners.
That one nearly looked like it was going to rebound back into the goal. Quick corner played short, Fuma. 2 in-game minutes left to try and find a goal. Can he find it now into Teo Hernandez? He can! Well, what a game this one is! 6 goals between the two and still nothing to separate them.
That is a tough goal to concede. I do feel like the player shooting was not good enough. he player switching to Ginola, Levy, I mean. And I do feel like if he had players switching to Van Dijk, he would have time to just go for the tackle, but he misplaced the player switching. And that's the reason why sometimes we say the player switching is that important, because if you just miss one, you're late and you concede a goal. It's interesting to see how after the live tuning update, we're gonna see goals coming in from the corners, but not directly. It was taken short, because now with the live tuning update, obviously the aerial battles are going to be battled differently, and I feel like we're going to see much more goals like this taking it short from the corners.
Well, as we approach the last minute or so, 3 minutes of added time, that is plenty of time for one decent attack at least. For Levy, who's probably just going to wait a few minutes in game to make sure that he does have the last chance of the 90. Bobby Charlton in his drafted team this week, part of the 8 million coin budget. I'll tell you what, he's going to win it back. Just keep an eye on the right-hand corner of your screen. We've got a full-time result coming in here. I think Paulo Neto may have made it 6 goals to 2. He did. Mbappe, what a start for Paulo Neto. +4 goal difference. He'll go top of the table.
Whoa, 1 second. He still has time. He has to go forward. He has to go forward. No.
To keep the ball in play. Ref? Refi is able to play on it. Oh no, that will do us. 3-3 between the two. As it currently stands, it looks like Paulo Neto will be top of this group. They both share a point, and Abu Maka will be in second. Remember, 5 rounds of action. All the games are done. Still so much to come here tonight in the FC Pro Open. How about this one coming up next tonight? 2 former teammates going head-to-head. Levy David against PH. He comes up next.
Now I'm gonna expose you. We went to the Spurs City game in 2024. Pape Maté Sarr scores. Man is screaming, and Ndombele!
Bro, you don't know nothing about football, man. Hey,
no.
Suarez hero?
No.
Bro,
Then
I'm not.
Yeah, and then we have to stop with Icon. Then just no Icon.
Depends.
Bro,
Why smash the controller, bro? Bro, I already did sometime. We need to be honest.
Yeah.
Why you smash controller this guy?
No, he did not. Impossible, man. I swear.
If I go here, my mom and homie would say, no, you smash the controller. So I go.
PlayStation tournaments are on PS5. Featuring FC 25. Challenge more players and find more ways to win. Get ready to compete on a global stage with new and exciting daily tournaments, all at the press of a button. So whether you're a seasoned competitor or just starting, come for the challenge and leave with glory and incredible prizes. It's time to join the competition. Sign up now on PS5.
PlayStation.
Right, play FC25 and win prizes on PlayStation tournaments. To sign up, look for the in-game PlayStation Tournaments button or head to the FC25 Game Hub. Bring your best squad, show your skills and compete for prizes and more. If you want more rewards, join in on the action of the FC Pro Open match days at Twitch/EA Sports FC or YouTube/EA Sports FC Pro to complete FC Pro Season 3 and earn your viewership rewards. All rewards are untradeable. By watching 15 minutes of match day 4 of FC Pro Open, you're eligible to receive FC Pro Live Palacios on loan. Watch an hour and you can claim a rare players pack. For more information, go to www.fcpro.com. Welcome back to FC Pro. I mean, we've just seen the first round of fixtures and there has been some surprises. There's been goals and there's been some serious shocks. You're looking at the scenes of Fuma, who drew 3-3 with Levi David, but the main one, Mr. Brandon Smith, PHZin, losing 2-0 to Abu Maka.
Look, it's a massive shock, of course, the defending FC Pro Open champion. What I'm going to say is me and Tex had a little bit of a bet before we got going. He said PHZin to top the table, Fuma, and I was only 1 point in front. It's a long way to go. But yeah, massive mixture of shocks. But Palinetto, really the star of the show. Yes, he conceded goals, but a +4 goal difference. He's top of the table right now.
I mean, a man who was absolutely fantastic as well during the global qualifiers, Paulo Neto. As we look at some of the highlights, he was in free goal scoring mode, wasn't he? I mean, what a performance.
He's always there. He's always in the conversation, qualifying, of course, for World Championships and performing really well in the EMLS. Here's some more updates, of course, across our other games. Levi David finished 3-3 against Fuma. And then this one here, PHZin just did not get going, and Abu Maka took a really convincing 2-0 win.
I mean, look, we owe you an apology, Abu Maka. We owe you an apology, Levi David. We owe you all apologies because they got something out of games and we were speaking about their opponents. But that is the beauty of where we're at. This group is full of absolute superstars. How do we call it now, Brandon, going into the next round of fixtures?
Look, we've got 4 rounds to call it of where this is going to go tonight. Remember as well, top 3 is where you need to finish at the end of February, you could argue, to get through to the knockout stages. So still a long way to go. And yeah, I think I'm going to go and speak to one of the players right now, I believe.
You are indeed. I mean, give an apology from us. We didn't give him too much airtime at the start.
This player, of course, former teammates with PHZin. You may know who he is. He's also got Wout Weghorst. It is Levi David. How are you, my friend?
Fine. I'm looking forward to next game. Obviously, 1 point first game. Not quite satisfied as I played better than the 1 point, but my gameplay was good, so I'm just gonna build on from there. Yeah, that game I have to leave it behind now against Paulo.
Quick question. Of course, PHZin was a teammate of yours last year. Good friends. You won the Eredivisie together, which gave you obviously Champions League opportunities, World Championship opportunities. Now you play on the big stage there. How do you split that friendship that was there last year?
Yeah, the friendship is still there. It's the day of today, but now I don't care. He's just an opponent of mine, and whatever his name or who it is, I don't mind. I just want to win. So that's basically how I approach it. I don't think too much. I just play and I want to win this game.
Quick question, very quickly. Wout Weghorst owners are watching now. They want upgrades tonight, Levi. What can you promise the people?
I want the upgrades as well. That's what I promise. I played well first game. I hope to continue the same form, and then the points will get on the board, I'm sure.
Absolutely. Look, 12 more points still up for grabs. He takes on PHZin. But first, let's go to R3 and check out what the boys are talking about this week.
Yes, thank you very much. I mean, look, Grav, it's been a while, my friend.
It's been a while.
I've missed you. Welcome back. Listen, you're about to teach me how to get better at this game. He's about to teach me and everybody in the Twitch chat right now. Welcome to R3, the game mode where the pros teach us how to play the game. What have you got for me today, then?
Yeah, it's basically, you know, I was commentating that game, and then someone in the chat asked, how do we probably do the L1 speed boost? So we'll just plainly, in a minute. It's going to be quick. Just a minute, and you'll know how to do it back at home.
Yeah, right, that gives me nightmares. Pass me the controller then. Let's
there you
get
go.
going, shall we? Let's tap the screen. And let's take a look, shall we?
Let's look at it, yeah.
Umut versus Yuval, week 3. I mean, there was goals in this game.
Yeah, there were a lot of goals. So if we just stop the clipping here, as you can see, Mbappe was just running in here. And you know why he ran that way? Because he was just, with the L1, he was dribbling with the left stick, and then when the ball went in the direction in which he wanted, with the left stick dribble, he just pressed R2. So it's just 3 buttons, L1, the R3, and the R2. So if you just play the clip, you can see how he went, he fake shot it, he player cancellation shot in that instance. So let's just go over it again because it's fairly easy, I'm telling you.
Let's watch this in full speed, can we? Let's just see. This is how quick you've got to be
You
to be at the
gotta
level
left
of
stick
these
dribbling,
players.
then you press R2, shoot, cancel, and shoot again. So it's fairly easy. Again, I remind for people at home, L1, left stick dribbling, you press R2 to run, so L1, left stick dribbling, press R2, shoot, cancel it, and then shoot it again. It's fairly easy.
I mean, look, he made it look easy. What the thing is, right? Even with the L1 dribbling, the way that he's manoeuvring left and right, he's got to be so quick.
It's got to be quick because if you do it with the wrong timing, so let's just say you're left stick dribbling and you're not in the right direction and you press R2, the mechanic is going to be fairly slow. So you got to time right the left stick dribbling, and then when the player is in the right angle, you press R2. It's easy, I'm telling you, it's easy.
Chat if you know how to do that speed boost. I think I didn't qualify for the weekend this weekend.
You didn't qualify?
Yeah, I was injured. Couldn't do the speed boost then. But anyway, thank you very much for our three. Really appreciate it. Listen, we've got a massive game coming up next. It's Mr. P8 Zin against Levy.
You can start.
I'm looking for this tournament. You are my rival.
Like, we are friends, but in the end, it's just the same 3 points. I think Paulo, his passion, just gives him like the kind of extra % that you need. Yeah, he works hard.
We want one thing really special together. So yeah, you are also one of my inspiration.
What I hate about PH Zin, nothing as a person. When you play against you, you always score awful goals.
The only thing I hate about you is because you keep the ball.
I know you were gonna say it.
Switch like the side all the time. This is really boring.
I would just play my own game. I think if I play my own game, I can dominate everyone and everybody will struggle against that. So that's basically how I will approach it.
And against you, I know you have a really great defense, but to stop me is really hard.
Obviously, we have 2 games. Who do you think will win?
Of course, I would say me, and you say you. 1-1 could be fine also.
Okay, we will see.
It's a big game, and it's also a big game when you look at that table. Points are needed for both Levy David and PH Zin, ranked 13th and 9th respectively. Richard Buckley and Tex with you in the commentary position. Tex, just off camera when that piece was rolling, you said, this is a big game because if one of these two lose, they could be in trouble, was your direct quote. What do you mean by that?
What I mean by that is if you're on 1 or 0 points after 2 games, you start to panic. Look at me. Last
Did you panic?
year, I'm panicking.
Yeah?
You lose a game, you draw a game, you're panicking straight away. So it's a position you don't want to be in, especially when you have a group as strong as this.
Gabriel Jesus on us as well, might be panicking after PH Zin. What was surprising about that first performance from PH Zin is the fact that you didn't score.
Have you ever seen PH Zin held goalless? I don't think I have. So it's either, what do you think happened in the first game? Abu Maka defended really well or PH Zin attacked poorly?
I think a combination, to be honest. So watching that game, and I think Abu Maka showed that, just as we talked in the analysis before we kicked off, he has mastered the basics. He's so consistent. He will never have a 3 out of 10, a 4 out of 10 performance. Levy David is also in that category where I think he's just so consistent as we are underway. It's going to be Levy David kicking from left to right, all in orange, and from right to left will be PH Zin. You're watching the FC Pro Open Week 4, and this is round number 2 of 5 tonight. Other games taking place right now. Abu Maka versus KTZN, and also Fuma and Paulo Neto. Elise trying to split open that defence early doors. PH Zin stands strong.
I think with Levy David, you're always going to get a 7 out of 10, and you always know what you're going to get. You're going to get a slow possession sort of defensive game. So it's going to be interesting to see if PH Zin can implement his style against an opponent like Levy.
You must have played against a lot of players as well, whether it's sort of English players that you've known, you've practiced against, or just throughout your career competing, players that you know. These two, obviously teammates last year, went on to do fantastic things in the Eredivisie, winning that tournament as Levy comes forward again. How do you go against? Do you have to change ever so slightly, playing against someone that you know so well and they know you?
Nah, you sort of just play the game and pray it goes in your favour. Obviously, you would have played that player so many times. Like, I remember I played Tom Lieslow's.
Brighton. infield. I'm surprised he's not gone for a finesse there.
Nah, I think the cross goal was the right decision, but, you know, precision shooting, he got a little bit nervous.
PH didn't getting nervous.
I think so, but it's what that first... He hasn't scored a goal yet today. You're going to start snatching at your chances.
Representing Al Khaloula as well. He was at Ajax last season when he went on to lift that FC Pro Open. We do have a goal in between KTZN and Abu Makar, and it's the #1 seeded player in the world.
You know what? I think that's a rookie mistake. I think he's on the wrong settings. He's gone to tackle there, and there was 2 slide tackles. That's poor, that's poor.
We're not restarting for that.
No, that's a rookie error. But as we was talking about playing your mates, it's a bit of a weird feeling. Obviously, I played my mate Tom Lees on 19 in a big final, and I did him 5-1. Just to let you know.
Just to let you know.
But I just wanted to add that in there.
Do you know who else did Tom Lees recently? Ryan Pessoa.
Oh, Ryan Pessoa.
I did see that.
Tom Lees.
I did see that.
It's embarrassing. Can't be losing to Ryan Pessoa.
Here comes Levy. It's been all Levy David in this opening 13 minutes. Hierro standing strong at the back on that occasion, but PHD has had to defend for the majority of this game thus far. Did have that one early chance with Rayton. Looks a little bit disjointed at the moment from PHD. Can't quite connect the dots. Mbappe looking to be the catalyst to break that deadlock. Kennedy Dalglish with some nice close control. He's got runners off him with the fullbacks. Decides to go direct into Lauren James, but again, Fernando Hierro stepping across and successful in the tackle.
I've had tournaments like these before where your first game you don't score, and then you start just rushing chances and getting agitated, and then it's all about finding that first goal. Once you find that first goal, it settles the nerves, you'll be sound. But he is struggling right now to create a chance.
Theo Hernandez coming forward here. If you've got any questions for Tex in that chat, let us know. We'll pull them up, we'll get them on the screen as Michael Elise opens the deadlock. Levy David, 20 minutes in, 1-0 up, and we've got to say, it's been coming.
Yeah, Pierre did miss an early chance, but since then, nothing has been created. And this is how Levy plays, pass, move. It's difficult to stop, and he's 1-0 up, and deservedly so, probably.
We do have a kick-off between Fuma and Paulo Neto. It's most Route 1 goal. I'd expect to see that in the EFL. Down the divisions, League 2 football, get it forward. And that's exactly what Fuma has done. He's leading 1-0.
That does not surprise me one bit. I've played so many practice games against Fuma this last 2 weeks, and it's all what he does. He just chips the ball to Drogba, and you cannot stop it.
Let's have a look at this. Oh, what's been given there? Surely not. That's a red card.
Well, that's a shocking decision from the ref.
Oh, the ref had a howler.
The ref, he's got to go. And I'm not talking the player, I'm talking the referee.
This is the reaction to that. Sometimes, if you don't laugh, you'll cry. A very, very harsh penalty. Sorry, a free kick and a red card, which probably rules that game out of contention. Just got a comment there. Adam the GG saying, I think I could beat a few of them. Adam, if you think you can, the domestic leagues will be opening up very soon. Get yourself involved and try and compete. Fuma 2-0 up against Paulo Neto. That game's not even gone 5 minutes yet. And that's at the table as it stands. Abu Makar top, 6 points. Fuma and Levy on 4, Paulo Neto on 3, and PH marooned towards the bottom.
I think we can expect that from Paulo's games tonight. You play Paulo, it's a goal fest. You're gonna concede 6 and score 7. You're gonna concede 7 on scores. It's just gonna be end-to-end stuff.
You a little bit worried about your prediction?
What was my prediction again?
Of PH
I don't recall. I don't recall that one.
Let's think over the top. David Ginola looking to twist and turn. Bobby Charlton, green timed. It's a good save from Thibaut Courtois, but Levy will continue this onslaught of pressure. Xavi Simons with the strike. Courtois once again called into action, and a goal kick comes of it. Let's have a look at what else has been happening across the games. Paulo Neto has been hit for 3 inside the first 6. Yeah, you heard that correct. 6 minutes.
3 in 6. That's embarrassing.
As you see the bottom corner, PH has levelled up with Kenny Dalglish. It was a finesse shot. He got put through on goal and he's curled it away from the on-rushing goalkeeper to find PH a lifeline. His first goal of the FC Pro Open 25. Let's have a look at it in a little bit more detail.
Yeah, I think pass from Reaton, who's got incisive pass, a finesse from Dalglish, and that's why you have finesse players up top. It makes the finishing so much easier. And it's interesting to see now, will PH kick on and start playing his sort of game style?
KTZN down to 10. Rafael Leao at the near post. This is live action as it stands right now. 22 minutes gone.
He's not had a good day, has he?
That's a free header. Oh, you've got to score that.
He's got to score. He's not had a good day at all. He lost the first game 6-2, and now he's 1-0 down against the world #1 Abu Maka with a red card in the second game. It could be curtains.
You're not going to freer goal than we just saw there. That corner whipped in. You have to score.
Yeah, you've got to score, and that's just the type of day it's been for him.
-5.
It's not looking pretty, is it?
That distance, by the way, I know we're only 2 games in, and you might think that we're over-exaggerating it and over-egging it, but Abu Maka is going to run away with this group. And the top seed is everything when you look at the World Championship spot if you finish top of the table after the 2 weeks of action.
One thing I will say is I should have been on 6 points after 2 games last week, and I ended up on 4. So, he is currently on 6, but he could end up on 3, you never know.
Rita with the finesse, forcing the save once again. And PH, since that goal has gone in, just seems to be turning the screw and getting himself back into this game. Humza, 2011. Do you think you can bounce back in your group? I'm guessing this is towards Tex.
I don't. Yeah, you're not involved, mate. You're not part of this conversation, so you let me talk now. Go on, might be a goal here. Nah, good tackle. Yeah, if I play like I did last week, I think there's a good chance I go through. I think I got very unlucky. I think I should have come away with 7, 8 points, which would put me in the top 3. So if I just play as I did last week, I should be sound.
Hi, I'm James. I will get to that question just after this attack comes in, because Levy David looks to get a second. Tex, how do you practice getting better if you aren't against better players in Div Rivals?
I don't get that question, because if you're playing Div Rivals and you'll be winning games, you're going to play better players, so you're going up the divisions. So that question, the dynamic of it makes no sense.
So what you're saying, just play Div Rivals?
Just play Div Rivals and get to the Elite Division. You're going to find pros.
Lennox, what's your favourite playstyle plus, Tex, and why?
Let me go for a different one. I always... Hello?
Power shot at the back post, good save.
I'll go for a different run. I always say finesse, but I'll go for a more...
What about incisive?
Yeah, you know, that was the one in my head. Incisive pass. Kevin De Bruyne is unbelievable. He's my favourite midfielder in the game. So yeah, I'll say incisive pass. It gets you from A to B very quickly, and it's very accurate.
Any more questions, get them in for Tex. We've got him throughout the rest of tonight. Bobby Charlton with the finish. That's one back for Paulo Neto, and you said in his games, it's always going to be end-to-end. Both players are going to score. Both players are going to create chances, and as it starts to unfold, more and more opportunities are coming, just as PH Zin has done right before half-time. Goes 2-1 up.
That's unpredictability. I've not seen that skill move for a very long time. And L1, heel to heel, he perfects it perfectly. Slots it in the corner, 2-1. And this is the game he needs. He needs this win. He does need this win.
You remember back to the groups last year, PH Zin in week 1 flew through. I think he was on 12 points, if I'm not mistaken. He had a really good first session, and in the second session he got brought right back into it. Abu Maka has looked very, very composed throughout tonight so far. We've only seen a game and a half of him, but he's yet to concede. He's scored 4 goals, and he looks to be on top form.
Just doesn't miss his chances, does he?
Super consistent.
He's just consistent. He scores goals, and he finds a way to win a game, and he wins games, and that's what separates the best from the very best.
Levy David inside the box, looking for a little bit of a bounce back. For a second, I thought that had gone in.
Yeah, mate, you need to get some glasses. That was nowhere near the goal.
And that is the table as it stands right now. Abu Maka, Fuma, Paulo Neto, PH Zin, Levy David and KTZN coming up the bottom at the moment. Still so much game to play. 8 more games over the course of tonight and the 27th of January, where this group will get back underway. I'd be a little bit hard done by there because he looked like he went on goal.
Who's employing these referees today?
Drogba fortunate on the bounce back, just wide of the post. You can see the FC Pro live items as well, if you have managed to get your hands on either Osimhen or Tom Botke. Both of those two will be getting upgrades dependent on how they play. Fuma 4-1 up.
If Fuma scores a goal, just know it's Drogba. Every single time, it's Drogba, Drogba, Drogba. I'd love to see on the stat on that tonight. Fuma's goals, is it Drogba?
Are you surprised? Obviously, last year, year before, it's always been Mbappe, 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 Mbappe. Are you surprised that he's changed the way he's playing?
Not really. It's not surprising to see it today because obviously I played against him in practice the whole week and it's all he's been doing. But when you think of Fuma, you think of Mbappe, and he's gone away from the play style and it's working so far today, so I don't blame him.
People at home, they're wanting to play this Power Shot Plus meta. They can't afford Drogba. Who would you suggest, maybe a couple of players, that they could maybe look to get involved, look to get into their team and try and improve it if they don't have 1 million coins, 1.5 million coins for a Didier Drogba?
Who to suggest? I can tell you who not to use. I use Luis Suarez Globetrotters in my new Road to Glory. He's an awful player.
Okay.
He was very bad. Do not use Power Shot Suarez. A cheaper option with Power Shot. Look at the FC Pro Live. Osimhen.
Oxlade-Chamberlain?
Yeah, all of them. But I say Osimhen up front. He can do a job.
And you look at that player in the bottom right corner there, Levi David, and wow, Weghorst. People will be looking for him to get some upgrades. That's got to be a penalty. Referee, no doubt, pointing to the spot. Dalot is penalised, and Bobby Charlton will step up from 12 yards to tie up this game at 2 apiece. Slots it in the bottom corner, and as Levi David goes 2-2, we add a third into the commentary position. The one and only FG.
Hello, my friends.
What do you make to that?
Yeah, good goal. Who scored that? Was that Landon Donovan?
No, Bobby Charlton.
Well, all right, good pen, yeah.
That's what the Dutch guys are so good at. Emre, Manu, Levy. They just dribble, and you can't get near them, and they make you snatch into tackles, rush into tackles, and he's gave away a penalty there. But it's just from the dribbling. It's so simple, but it's so effective for them.
Do you know what I'd like to see? We looked at Paulo Neto's team at the top, and Rodman, such an influential player, coming in. I'd like to maybe see Sophia Smith involved as well, as Abu Maka is
He's playing
rampant.
Great soccer right
really
now.
Is.
3-0. He went under the radar, Tex. We didn't back him at the start of the show. What a player.
Yeah, I got a question for you too. Will Abu Maka concede a goal tonight? Because I don't see it happening.
I don't see him conceding a field goal at all.
Dear me.
I mean, so far, he hasn't conceded much.
It's touchdown for Abu Maka in London.
Get me off the commentary.
And if you're KTZN, Houston, we certainly do have a problem right now.
So keep your guesses coming in, ladies and gentlemen, for what you think the Mystery Nation is. Someone just asked me how Champs went. I was not playing Foot Champs this weekend, unfortunately. Unfortunately, it isn't Brazil, by the way.
Why did you not play Champs this weekend, sorry?
You know what it was like? Leave the Foot Champs before
the Foot Champs
leave to you, mate.
And the Champs was lost in.
I actually played really well, to be fair. I played great soccer. Played great soccer this weekend. I went down to the last game of qualification and it went to penalties, Tex, and it's a lottery penalty shootout.
You know the saying, leave the champs for the champs leaves you. You was never with the champs, so you can't use that saying.
The Champs never found him.
Cheers for getting me a +1 last week, mate. Really appreciate it.
Abu Maka adding a fourth. He is, yeah, very good. As Levi David has found a third, 3-2. PH was edging his way back into this tie, and Levy has snatched it away from him.
Keep the guesses coming in. I'm leading the Twitch chat, and all caps says, FG, you don't know where I'm from, dog. Right, in that case, I'll see you guys later. I don't want any trouble. See you.
Next up, mate, I'll turn your mic off so it doesn't sound like you're just falling down a set of stairs.
That's how quickly it can change here, though. 2 minutes ago, PHM was on 3 points. He's now back on 0, and he's down in the dumps with KTZ, and they could pull away today.
Yeah. Just looking at some of these comments in the chat. I can see you at home. I can see you. FG, can you stop using soccer? You're not American. There you go. He's gone. You're talking to him. He's gone. He's gone to get a cup of coffee before he comes back and tells you what's happening. Just looking across these games, I think all the games right now, we're in a pause. We've just got this second half underway. Fuma, are you a little bit surprised by this result?
I don't.
4-2.
I don't think this game's over yet. Yeah. I'm going to be honest. If I was to put a bet down, I'd bet on Paulo winning this game. He just scores goals and he finds a way. I don't know. I think a comeback's going to happen. I think it's going to be a very special comeback.
Could this be 6 or 7 to Fuma? We'll wait and see. It's 4-2 at the moment. It's end-to-end. Abu Makar has pulled away from KTZN. He's on 6 points. We can put that to bed at the moment. This is the most tightly contested game. Levi David leading 3-2 as he looks to fire that ball into David Ginola. 3 of the players tonight have used David Ginola. 3 of the players have used Kylian Mbappe. Which side would you be on, Tex, if you had to choose one?
In normal circumstances, I'd say Kylian Mbappe. However, in these squad restrictions, you can only use 2 gold items. So my 2 gold items would be Theo Hernandez and Virgil van Dijk. So I wouldn't be able to have Mbappe. What about you? I'm interested in your opinion.
Do you know what I'm surprised by? I'm surprised that we've not seen more variety in the icons.
Yeah, it's always Bobby Charlton.
It's always Bobby Charlton.
Drogba, Blast.
Like, maybe an Eric Cantona. You got a bit of skills, you got the power shot as well. Especially when we're getting more and more promo items as well. I think it is probably just the cost. Yeah, it's so expensive.
I got a question for the chat. If you were building a team with an 8 million Queen budget, what icon would be your first in the team sheet? Because for me, my first, it would be one of the generic ones, a Drogba, a Charlton. But you lot in the chat, let us know.
Pick someone else.
Pick someone else. Okay, I'll pick someone else if you're demanding me to.
Yep.
Carlos Alberto.
That's nice. I like that from you.
You like that one? He's a good player. Anticipate plus on a right back. Don't mind if I do.
We got some coming in actually. Wow, this chat is moving very fast. Foot icon, great name. Smith, Dalglish, Rooney, Rivaldo, Zico.
What's he doing?
Eusebio, Puskas, Vieira, Gareth Bale. Mateus, great shout. I've actually packed him myself. Great player. Near post, good save once again. Thierry Henry, he's a player that we just don't see at all.
You know, back on 18, he was my favourite player. My first ever tournament, he was the main man in the squad. And now I can't use him no more because he's no good.
Was it the birthday version last year we got? Where we got 2 versions. We got a weak foot and a 5-star weak foot and a 5-star skill moves.
Yeah.
Right around E-Premier League, he came into the team.
Yes, and he was my guy in the Premier League team.
There we go. Lion Jarzinho. Jarzinho.
Good player. You know, last time I used Henry, I won the tournament. So maybe he gets me back to winning tournaments. Next week, when I play, Henry's in the squad.
A few more coming in there. I'd love Cantona. I've got to say, I packed him as well. Great player. LGK, Xavi, Kostiki Taka. Great shout. Cruyff, the rest is useless. Okay, Trickster.
No need to be so harsh, mate.
Logan saying Nesta. Yeah, that's an interesting one. And Gavilar, Stevie G. We've seen Stevie G used, just as we've seen Kenny Dalglish used into Mbappe.
Oh, but honestly, that goal is unbelievable. So clever. I would love to break that one down later. That goal, genuinely, that goal there is one of the best goals I've seen in the Pro Open so far. So clever.
Why? Talk me through it now.
Just the way he's baiting the defenders in, and the way he sends the goalkeeper as well, but it's just the twisting and the turning, baiting the finesse. Honestly, that goal's superb.
Can we see it back again? Just to have another look at it. It was a big goal, and not only 3-3, but getting him back in the tournament.
Just look at the way, right? Baits the finesse, 1-2, baits the near post finesse, back, composure for the extra pass, and then he sends the goalkeeper, because I would have been shooting the near post there. He's got, it's so clever.
When you're saying baiting it, what is he actually doing on the controller? Just that left stick dribbling, like he's looking to shoot, but he's actually...
Yeah, like you're just facing up the angle to shoot, because players at the top level, they're going to move the goalkeeper or think about the finesse, and it takes them away from the actual defending, and that's what he's done there to an unbelievable level. And that is why he is the Pro Open champion.
Abu Maka 6-0 up, he's pulling away at the top. Not only on points, but on goal difference! There's David Ginola. We talked Mbappe versus Ginola. We've both just seen the two of them score inside 4 minutes. It was green. It was too powerful at the near post. And Levy has gone 4-3 up. Just walked straight through that defence.
Simple dribbling they all do. Tell me that looks simple. That looks like you can even perform that, and I know you can't. Okay. Honestly, you lot in the chat look simple. I guarantee you can't do it. It's clever.
Paolo Neto, 4-3, getting back into this game. You did say it wasn't over yet.
Yeah, Paolo. Do you know why I said it? I was 4-1 up against him in my warm-up game, and it went to 4-4. So.
And I don't know if you noticed the clock in that game. 66 minutes. There's loads of time left. Obviously, our featured match a little bit further ahead. Will KTZN get on the score sheet? No, not today. Abu Maka still leading 6-0.
No goals conceded.
8 goals scored, 0 conceded. Look at that goal difference. He is on an island of his own, Abu Maka. I mean, last year, your group came down to a very small margin, and goal difference can play a factor. Look at the difference there. He's 7 clear of Levy and Fuma, and he's 11 clear of PH Zin.
You can sort of pretend that the goal difference is an extra point, because it is. If you draw points with someone, you've got a better goal difference, you're going to go through the group. So it's like an extra point. You've got to score as many goals as possible, and you've just got to be ruthless. And Abu Maka in this situation, he's got to go for more goals. For my week 2 last year, when I played the Winner West and I beat him 9-0, I knew my only way to go through that group was potentially goal difference. So you just got to score. And
it's going to be a bit dodgy. Courtois just makes it.
Yeah.
It's going from bad to worse for KTZN. Abu Maka comes through on goal. He comes across, brings him down. That's another red card.
9 men.
And he's going to finish this game with 9 on the pitch. Could be a chance. Savinho looking to dance inside. You were surprised you've not seen more people using this Savinho.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of his. He's got all the good play styles. Ping pass, finesse. He's got rapid. You can speed boost with him. He would be in my squad today if I was making a team.
Levy leading 4-3. Doesn't need to score. Possession is his friend, and that clock is on his side. With only 2 to play, will he look for a 5th goal to put this tie to bed, or will he look to just see this game out? He's where he needs to be, in the corner flag, away from danger. With PH Zin chasing him all the way back. Lovely manual cross pass there as well, the lobbed pass just to recycle possession. Oh, he's given the ball away, and he's given PH Zin a chance with 2 on the clock. What can the SC Pro Open champion do? Not a lot, as Rodman will run clear. And I don't see PH Zin getting another touch of this ball with 20 to play. It's a big performance for Levy David. He was looking a little bit nervy when he went to 3-2 and then 3-3, but he's clutched up in the end with a big win.
That is a huge win, because it doesn't only give him, is it 4 points he's on now? He's 4 points away from PH Zin, the favourite to top the group. So you're creating a gap now, and PH Zin, he's banging trouble here. Obviously he's bottom of the group now alongside KTZN. And if the front four start to pull away, then it's going to be a mountain to climb.
The only thing I will say on regards to PhD, has he just played the 2 hardest people in the group? Abu Maka game 1, Levi David game 2.
Yeah, because he can't play himself. So I'd say so, which is a good thing, but he's also going to have a load of damage confidence going into the so-called easier game. So this third game could be make or break for him.
It certainly could be. As we've not seen much from Fuma and Paolo Neto. I'm just having a look over my shoulder to see where that game is. It's in a pause at the moment. Last time we saw it, I believe it was 4-3. And there's been no changes since. This is going to be a cricket score. That's a penalty again.
Never read.
Has he lost his head?
His head is gone. But I like what he's done here. I think he's purposely gone down to the 9 men. So after the game, he can tell himself.
He can put the tweet up and say,
yeah, I only had 9 players. It's smart. It's good thinking.
Yeah.
But I did call him a rookie earlier, but I think that's a seasoned veteran right there.
Is that something you do?
Something I would do. Yeah, only 9 men.
Yeah, shame to be eliminated for the tournament. Only had 8 men for the entire game.
No, that's the bit you don't mention. You don't mention how long was left in the game, because then you're sort of lying. If you don't mention it. Just say you lied.
You're not lying, you're just leaving out the truth.
Yeah.
I like it. On the other side of it, for Abu Maka, obviously, is it hard to then turn yourself back on for the next game? Because he'll be switched off himself in this matchup. I'll tell you who's not switched off. Fuma, as he's put a 5th past Paolo Neto. 10 minutes left to play in that game.
Yeah, who else? Didier Drogba. For Fuma. I'd love it if we could watch the rest of that game, because this game is most certainly over. But
is he going to get to double figures? That's the question.
Is he going to get to double figures? No, there's not enough time. There's not enough time.
Don't know.
No.
8 goals. I reckon we're going to have 3 minutes. 4 minutes added time.
Potentially there could be a goal on the cards for KTZN.
Come on, KTZN, get a goal. He's got Mbappe playing left back, left striker. Everyone's putting a shift in. It's like 5-a-side.
Gonna be we're gonna start after the Sunday League chance.
Can we go on over to that other game?
Sunday League chance soon for KTZN. Let's pretend we scored a goal. Embarrassing.
This is what you wanted to see. 7 left to play. That is going to be full time between Abu Maka and KTZN. He will go top of the table with a superior goal difference. However, this game has still got juice in it between Fuma and Atlanta United's Paolo Neto. You'd played a decent amount against Fuma, you said, during this week, and you didn't really know what to expect from him tonight.
No, the thing, obviously these lot haven't practiced against Fuma because they're playing him. However, if you've practiced against him, you know all he's going to do is look for the Drogba, so it becomes a bit
predictable.
Predictable and easier to stop. But these lot haven't practiced against him, so they don't know what to expect. And as you can see, they've been hit for 5. And if I had to guess, I guess all 5 goals are probably from Drogba. So yeah.
When you talk about that over-the-top free ball as well and the Drogba pass, you know what's going to happen, but how hard is it to actually stop? Because you know what's going to happen every single time.
So difficult, because it's not just one player that it's going to come from. I'm not sure what formation is he using, but I'm pretty sure Bonmati has white long ball, Savanier has got gold long ball, so it can come from so many different directions, and you've got so many runs to guard, so it's impossible to stop it for 90 minutes. It's just about maintaining it as such, and there's been no maintaining here. Drogba's got 5 goals.
Well, you look at the round 1 performances. Levi David 3, Fuma 3. Both of them 2 now winning. So it'll be 6-4-4 in that table. It's getting
it's a big win, because
already.
If he lost this game, it would have been 6 points for Abu Maka, 6 points for Paolo Neto, and then a big distance. So every win in this format is huge.
Yeah, you've almost got 4 players, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then PHZin and KTZN marooned at the bottom of the table. What will happen? That is the question. Fuma with a big win, taking down Paulo Neto, 5-3, and that is what's coming up next. Abu Maka looking to go 9 points from 9. Will Fuma even score a goal? You're going to have to come back after this break to find out.
So you go this side.
Okay.
Wait. Fuma is
Okay, but who's the angriest?
I'm calm.
I'm angry. Yeah, you're Turkish.
Bro, PSG is not that calm.
No, he's not. I think like this. I think like this.
I'm
Paulo?
angry?
Yeah.
Yeah, most angry. Then you, I think like this. No?
Bro, every time
You're
you
angry.
have the opportunity, you are
But
like,
who else?
come on, you are like screaming all the time. No.
This is special. It's different. Yeah, I had some moments. Yeah, I go there, man.
What?
Bro. This was really aura.
No, you were shaking, bro.
Yeah, aura. It's fine.
I will go 6 because I think I have more aura than Paulo, but then I also can be the other way. Abu Maka, you have a lot.
Yeah.
Abu Maka maybe 1.
No. This is number 1.
PlayStation tournaments are on PS5. Featuring FC25. Challenge more players and find more ways to win. Get ready to compete on a global stage with new and exciting daily tournaments, all at the press of a button. So whether you're a seasoned competitor or just starting, come for the challenge and leave with glory and incredible prizes. It's time to join the competition. Sign up now on PS5.
PlayStation.
Been a good day, job's not finished.
It is non-stop Portuguese pressure. But we'll see him off for Christmas. Just how big of a mountain it's going to be to climb in January.
I know it's a winnable group, and I still do think that.
Free kick's coming from Bobby Charlton. Oh! Jumped up for Manny Michore.
Anders is unhappy right now.
4 points away, so I'm still here.
It is the group of death for a reason.
And almost lost the group today. Now everything is open.
Everything's to play for.
This game's not over quite yet, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, we have it all to come after the Christmas break for the second round of fixtures. If you want to see the finalists in action, you can attend a live studio event on Saturday, February the 1st, here in London. Scan the QR code to register and get yourself down here so you can meet the likes of Richard Buckley. He's scanning the QR code right now. Welcome back to FC Pro. I mean, there's only one place to start, and that's P8 Zin. We've just seen an absolutely crazy run of fixtures so far for him, and results for him as well, Tex. Oh, is that Sophia Smith on the screen? I think it was. But yeah, let's talk about the soccer, shall we, that we've just seen from P8 Zin.
I want to say that he's not played well. I don't think he played well in the first game. In that second game, he did play well, and he's still not getting results, which I think would worry him. I think he'd rather play poorly and just know that he's playing poorly, but he actually he's done all right in that second game,
Tex, I mean, you played well last week.
Yeah,
but
I was
you
going
weren't
to say, that
getting
sounds
results as well.
awfully familiar, that. But nah, he also, he played well, but he was against one of the best players in the group, so...
He just looks off it a bit defensively. I'm going to go out there and say it. I think he's just missing a step defensively. Could it be down to him not playing in the qualifiers? I don't know how much he's played.
I don't think he's on it offensively. He's not. He's scored 0 goals in the first game. That's unheard of for P8 Zin.
I mean, there's still a long way to go. I mean, it's really important to realise there is a long way to go. We see the reactions from him from the last round. I mean, when you're in that position, Tex, how do you get yourself out of that rut as we look at the table? I mean, let's give some props, shall we, to Abu Makar as well. Top 6 points, goal difference of +10, Mr. Richard Buckley.
He's not conceded, has he? He's a joke. I mean, that game that he's playing right now that's coming up against Fuma is going to be a really, really good game. I also want to, I don't know if that game in the corner, it's a bottom of the table clash. It's P8 Zin versus KTZN. Whoever loses that game, he's finishing bottom tonight.
I'll be honest, KTZN, he just lost 8-0. There's no way he's going to come into the next game and win. You can't lose 8-0 at a tournament. It can't happen.
How would you even bounce back from that? Because you must have lost heavily before.
Never 8. Yeah. 8's embarrassing.
I mean, the two red cards is very smart by him as well, by the way, because we can all resonate with that. Because when I'm 5-0 down the weekend league, get a couple of reds, finish the game and say, 9 men. You know, I tried and opened the floodgates, but that was a poor performance from him.
No, you're embarrassing. You shouldn't lose like that here. You've made it to the FC Pro Open. You can't afford to lose like that.
Easy, bud.
At least you made it, lads. Come on, don't be too harsh.
Let's not be too harsh, mate. So, I mean, right, quick predictions then for the next round of fixtures. We've seen the table. I mean, P8 Zin, you expect him to win that fixture?
I expect him to win comfortably. And if he doesn't, big questions need to be had.
And what about the game, our main stage game, between Abu Makar and Fuma?
I don't know. Coming into it, I'd say Abu Makar, and after today's action, I'd say Abu Makar, but I just don't think he's going to go 3 from 3. So I'm going to say a boring draw.
No, Abu Makar wins, but Fuma scores.
I mean, listen, I'm just going to go with, I can't wait to watch this fixture. I think we should get on with it. Shall we? Let's head over to our casters, Mr. Gravison and Brandon Smith. It's time for the next round of fixtures.
It certainly is indeed. You just saw the FC Pro Open trophy there. If P8 Zin keeps playing like he is tonight, he will not be lifting that trophy for a second time here this year on the FC Pro scene. What on earth has happened to him tonight, Gravison? It's not been the start, and just to echo what Richard said, there has to be a winner in that game. That P8 Zin KTZN game, there has to be a winner. A draw for either of them will do them no good.
I mean, I do feel like Khan has to go for that top 3, because we have to remind people at home that if you make the top 3 at the end of the week 2, you're qualified. But I do feel like PH is playing for that World Championship spot. So I do feel like Khan obviously has to win this game. But even if he doesn't win, he still has chances to grab that top 3 spot. But if PH doesn't win this game, I feel like that top 1 spot just, and obviously the World Championship spot as well, just goes away.
On the opposite side of the scene there, Khan coming off the back of an 8-0 defeat. Gravison, you've had the pleasure of qualifying for World Championships and playing competitively and winning many trophies. You're in a tournament like this where it's non-stop action. It's 5 games in a row. You've just lost 2. You've just lost 8-0. You've had a red card in 12 in-game minutes. How do you pick yourself up when you've got a 5-minute turnaround to get straight back into the next game?
To be honest, it happened to me in the E-Club World Championship back in 2020. And I didn't bounce back. I lost all my games, so it's hard. For me, it's hard when you're losing, let's just say, 1-2 games in a row to just bounce back and start scoring goals, defending well. It's really hard, and it has to. You have to have a different mentality. I didn't have it back in the days, and that's why probably I'm commentating here. But it's really, I think it's the toughest position you can be in. Just not scoring goals, not defending at all, and then having to bounce back just in 5 minutes. I wasn't able to do it back in the days.
Well, we're at the halfway point here in Group D. Round 3 is upon us now. And there has already been a lot of interesting talking points unfolding here in our last group before we break for the end of the year. Could be an early chance for Paulo Neto. Wins himself a corner. He's on 3 points tonight. Won his first opening game, did just lose against Fuma. But for Levi David, I mean, look, unbeaten so far, 4 points from 6. He's been looking strong over to this game right now. The man of this group is Abu Maka, number 1 ranked in the world rankings, currently on the FC Pro ecosystem. And if he keeps playing like this, he might be staying there for quite some time.
Wow. I mean, Tex enjoyed a PH goal before, indeed, in which he did bait in the attack, and this is the exact same thing that Abu did in this chance. He faked the L1 speed boost. He went with Salah and the finesse, and there's so much you can defend, really. When you're baiting things, this is you bait an L1 speed boost, you bait a power shot, then you open up the angle for a finesse. There's so much you can defend. It went in, 1-0.
Well, the world number 1 is enjoying his return back to London after coming in for the qualifier at the end of October, ensuring that he was part of the best 24 in the world on this game. He has not looked back, and he has not conceded a single goal tonight as well. 11 scored, 0 conceded.
Wow.
He is playing out of his skin right now. Speaking of which, Fuma might have a different idea. No, Courtois ensures that that one doesn't go in. Still could now, though, Drogba. Fuma so deadly around the box. Time green finesse. That one blocked there by Virgil van Dijk. Look at that table, Gravison. Look at the run that Abu Maka's on at the moment.
I mean, just 3 games played, 11 goals conceded, 11 goals scored, sorry, 0 conceded. For me, it's not the attack that surprises me the most. It's just in 3 games, he just played 190 minutes. He hasn't conceded a single goal yet.
Would love to know as well, for those that are watching at home right now, live on YouTube or on Twitch, which of you have backed Abu Maka to go well in this competition? Show your support for him in the chat now. Are you behind his FC Pro Live item as well? This one back to, I saw a handful of you are. Update over here. PH in has opened up his account 12 minutes in. Such an important game for that one. Both players without a win so far from their first 2 games. There has to be a winner in that one. And for PH In's sake, it has to be him. That's what the table looks like now. PH In remains very much in the conversation, very much in the race. Here's Abu Maka. Wins a corner. A power shot from Drogba, that one played short. You know where that one's going to probably end up.
With
towards that back post. Oh. Just wide and goes out for a goal kick.
I do feel like, as I said before, with the live tuning update, we're going to see those crosses, and especially Abu Maka having Maicon with the whip cross, the Playstyle Plus. It's a huge difference, for that cross into the back post.
Just looking here, it's the first time that these two have matched up in the FC Pro ecosystem. The matchup in group stages at the FC Pro Open this year have not played before.
Oh, the bruiser in Hierro easily takes the ball off Savanier, and that's why you're using Playstyle Pluses.
I mean, the bruiser is a different Playstyle Plus, Gravis, and this chance comes in for Abu Maka. Blocked well. Why is the bruiser a favourable Playstyle? You don't always see it used.
No, not really, but I loved advanced defending, and every single time I'm just near my opponent when I'm defending, I just kind of press X 100 times and get the ball back.
Does it basically just mean that you just do a really horrible tackle on your opponent?
Yeah, kind of, and then you
and eventually win the ball back?
Yeah, that's it. That's probably, again, why I'm not competing.
Drogba for 2, that one saved out for a corner. Xavi finds Michael, Abu Maka, all the pressure. Power shot, Green! And the Saudi Arabian is quite enjoying his time in Group D has not conceded a single goal yet, scored 12. He is playing out of his skin.
And now we see two corners. The first one taking short, the other one direct header from Virgil van Dijk. And then
We've just seen there, Gravison, sorry to jump in. A great example of playstyle pluses there. People at home don't know maybe about playstyles. Some are gold, some obviously have a plus for certain items in game, which mean they are better in certain areas. We just saw an aerial plus header there from Virgil van Dijk. We just saw a power shot coming in from Didier Drogba. For those that might not know anything about playstyles, how could you explain them and what are some of the key ones?
we'll talk about that in a second, because I think this is a clear chance. No.
Are you not taking a shot there from a free kick?
I would, but that's probably why Khan is tilted at the moment, why he's frustrated. But playstyles pretty much is the way some stats are being boosted. Let's see this goal by Didier Drogba, another power shot, another goal.
He actually speak about playstyles there, Gravison.
And then, talking about playstyles, Drogba scores a goal. But basically, some mechanics or some stats get boosted. So, for example, the power shot. The power shot is the best shot you can take on FC25. If you press L1 and R1, it's going to be a manual shot, but it's going to be the best shot you can take. And with the power shot plus, it takes half the time to just shoot the ball. So, for example, in this game, that's pretty much the best way in which you can use a playstyle in a striker. But for example, Tex loves the finesses, in which the shot has a better chance to go in if you finesse. And then on the defense, we talk about the Bruiser in a sec. It's a few minutes ago, so yeah.
You've got the Anticipate Plus as well. Players like William Saliba, I'm sure a lot of people at home will be using. Virgil van Dijk, those sort of foot champions-esque players. Here comes a free kick. Courtois is still in the way. Just to explain it one more time. This man has not conceded a goal tonight yet. This is round 3.
Incredible.
He's approached over 200 in-game minutes without conceding a single goal. This is unheard of, what we're seeing tonight from Abu Bakr in the Pro Open. PH has had a serious wake-up call in the last 5 in-game minutes. He is not playing games now. A really slow start by his own accounts. And he's been able to pull 3 goals past Kanu. It's not looking good at all for the Galatasaray player.
And for the people watching at home, we did see the tactics of Manu Bachore, of Jafonso as well with the 4-4-1-1. We did see Obrun using the 4-2-3-1. And now, at the end of this day, we're going to see how Abu Maka is using 4-5-1. We're going to see the tactics and also the way he plays it. So I'm really looking forward to the end of the show to just copy the tactics and try them at home, because they seem amazing.
The mixture of shots that you're probably going to see half the time as well. The Trivella's maybe not as popular as they were, but finesses, Trivella's, power shots, you get the play style plus on those players. As Gravison said, they have a much higher chance of going into the back of the net. Speaking of Drogba, here comes maybe a power shot. There's another one. Van der Sar does enough. 210 in-game minutes without conceding a goal. It is ridiculous,
It's
Abu Bakr.
incredible.
How are you doing this? You've scored 13 as well. You've been unbeaten tonight so far. And you're not playing against anyone. You're not playing the weekend league.
Nope.
You're playing in a $500,000 tournament against some of the best in the world.
Incredible. Just incredible.
Does he want another one? He might just be on his way to get one. Mohamed Salah, can he angle up and finesse shot? Not on this occasion. Douglas Luiz, his Globetrotter promo player. Power shot again. It's all-time green in those areas, and it's so on the money, Gravison.
Yeah, and I mentioned before how you open up angles and spaces and you bait things. So first time, the first goal, he went for the finesse. Now he opened up the angle for the finesse, but instead he passed into the striker and it was... Let's see.
Drogba, one more pass. Van der Sar, what a save, that one.
He's trying different things. He's opened up angles for finesses. He's going for power shots as well, but then the R1 directional into the cancel with the pass. He's trying everything.
Well, you just saw it there for a split second, Gravison. I think Fuma had 3 different shot types to worry about there, didn't he?
Yeah.
There was a finesse originally from Mohamed Salah, then a power shot, then a pass across goal, which another day Van der Sar certainly does not get near. PH in, 4-0, he leads. Inside the first 45 in-game minutes. That'll be his first 3 points on the board tonight.
And I gotta agree with what Richard said before. I'm really disappointed in Khan. He was playing perfectly in the qualifier. Now he's not up to his standards, unfortunately.
Well, he cried out for some support for Abu Makr. There is loads of you in the chat getting behind him. Abu is the king of the Middle East. Abu is so good. Speaking of Abu Makr, how about another one? 4-0 in 14 game minutes. This is the most convincing performance we've seen from anyone at the FC Pro Open so far this year.
Wow. Wow. I mean, just the perfect pass from Mo Salah into Drogba. He knew he didn't have the space for the power shot, so he chose the dribble instead. 4-0. He's just doing everything right at the right moment. It's incredible. Not only the way he's attacking, the way he's defending, and the way he's mixing things.
But he's not playing against anyone, Gravis. He's playing against the 4-time French champion in Fuma, and he's making people look ordinary.
I mean, he did play against PH the first round, current FC Pro champ. It was 2-0 result. Then against Khan. Khan did have a couple of red cards and he punished him. So we have to remind people at home, you mentioned it, these are the best 24 players in the whole world.
Right. Tex was speaking about goal difference. I think he's going to join us very shortly on the commentary box about how important it is getting goals behind you, getting good goal difference behind you coming into the second round of group games in early January. How about a plus 14 goal difference, Gravison? Because you haven't even conceded a single goal yet.
It's incredible.
Levy David, take a bow. That one flew into the back of the net. And we speak about Trivella's sometimes going in. That one certainly has. And speaking of someone who can give us the best breakdown of it, Tex joins us. Tex, not a bad goal there from Levy.
Yeah, I've just come to talk about Abu Makr though. Was it 14 goals scored, 0 conceded? That's unheard of. That is unheard of. And also, can we talk about KTZN? 13 goals conceded, 0 goals scored in the last 2 games.
Yeah, no,
disaster.
Disaster.
He has just scored now, Tex. Maybe
he scored.
He has scored.
Sorry, my bad.
But it's not looking good at the moment for him. Half-time, Abu Makr still has not conceded a single goal tonight in 2.5 games, Tex. How was he doing it?
I don't know how he's doing this. This is one of the all-time Pro Open performances so far. If we can keep this up the rest of it, imagine going a whole Pro Open without conceding. I don't know if it's possible, but we're going to find out.
I mean, you know how many chances there is in a game you have to come up against, and shot types and the players that are in this group. How was he keeping his defence so strong?
And it's not 6-minute halves either. This is a 9-minute half game of FC. It's not a typical Foot Champs game. It's twice as long almost. Incredible performance.
Let's jump over here for a split second. Levy, still unbeaten tonight, remember. He's on 4 points. Just beat his former teammate in PH in another 1-1 draw against Fuma in his opening game. Looking for a second with Bobby Charlton, who scored the first.
And Paulo is in a top spot right now if he loses this game. 3 points out of 9. Not comfortable. What surprises you the most about Abu? His defense or attack?
I don't. You know what? I genuinely couldn't tell you. I said it at the start of the show. He's just good at everything. And when it all comes together, when you're good at everything, you're going to score goals, you're going to defend well. And he's just, I couldn't tell you. He's just playing good FC. And yeah.
Am I crazy as well to say, look, he played in the qualifier and he's played against other players, but he's mainly been playing in the Middle East. He's not getting reps in against European players and different play styles. And still he's coming over here and providing this level.
Yeah, I don't know how he's doing it. This is, as I said, it's one of the all-time Pro performances. It's good stuff, but it's about maintaining it, because everyone can start well, but a lot of the time it's about how you finish. And if he goes to it to lose the last 2 games, then your good work's not undone. But
there's a world tonight. If he won every game, Gravison, he could put his feet up and just don't bother coming back for the next round. We'll just see you in the finals.
It could happen, yeah. But I have to agree with Tex, because, for example, Stingray did win his first 3 matches, 9 points out of 9, but then lost against Jafonso. I think it was 6-0, 7-0, something like that. So it could happen to him, but it doesn't look like it.
The drop. Oh, wow! David cracked a smile from Abu Makr. It was that good.
I mean, just look at that. Beautiful cross. I mean, Tex, talk to me about it. Look at this pass, and what does Xavi do?
I have no words for that. Is unbelievable. One of the best goals we've seen today.
It's like he's having a kickabout down the park. 5-0 up. Against Fuma.
So he's beat the FC Pro Open champion 2-0. He's then beat KTZ in 8-0, and now he's up against Fuma. Fuma's one of the best players in the world. It's fire. This is ridiculous.
Fuma is what, attacking Tex? He scores goals.
I mean, Khan was one of the best players in the qualifier. I mean, I remember Manu, for example, Manu Bachore. We had a chance to speak in the middle of the show, and he told me he was one of the strongest players with Drogba with power shots. He beat him 9-0 comfortably.
Of course, we have to remember that Khan only had 10 players on the pitch for a long period of time, but Fuma's still got 11 on the pitch, and at the moment, can't get moving. 15 goals scored tonight for Abubakar, on for 9 points from 9. He's ticking off all the upgrades tonight. Update elsewhere. Another goal back for PH in. He is 4 goals back up in front. 5-1 he leads.
Nope.
Does it get to a point here, Tex, for Khan, that it doesn't pick up a single point tonight? I mean, you've been in a situation where you picked up 1 back last year. You go home tonight after this and you think, is there any way? Is there any chance?
You need to get 1 point. You can't end on a donut. You can't end on 0. Then there's no hope. There's no possibility. There's no belief. There's no nothing. But if you get 1 point, 1 point is
Abubakar is on a rampage right now.
And for the people at home, obviously the goal is unfortunate, but we got to look at the press he did with Mo Salah, which was really good. Because many players would have players switching to Drogba, try to just press.
Mo Salah just threw himself here, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. It's a brilliant press, and as Tex mentioned before, he's doing it all. He's pressing, he's defending, he's attacking. And I gotta look at those tactics. 4-5-1.
Which 4-5-1's he playing?
The one with 3 midfielders.
3 midfielders?
Yep. I think so, at least.
Back over here for a split second to a very different game. Levy de Veer still leading by a goal, so he'll be on 7 points. He'll be putting all the pressure on Abubakar. That's the table as it stands. I'm not going to shut up about it until he concedes. 16 goals scored, 0 conceded tonight, Abubakar. Paulo Neto. Can he find one back again? Needs a point or something from this one, otherwise, you know, PHN's basically back in the same scenario, and they've still got to play tonight.
You know, it's not a good look. The bottom of the group is minus 16 goal difference. Top of the groups on 16 goal difference. KTZN's been equally as bad as Abubakar's been good, and that's. I don't know if there's a bounce back. I don't think it's possible after receiving the losses you're receiving.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Update over here. There has been a breakthrough, believe it or not. I can be quiet now. Abubakar has conceded the goal. But that's not going to matter because he still scored 16 of them.
240 minutes without conceding a goal. We have to remind people at home, 9 minutes half.
Now, you've got to ask yourself the question, is the comeback on? No, I'm joking. I'm joking, guys.
Yeah, not a chance.
I've just done the maths there. Has he gone 45 minutes of real-life time without conceding a single goal?
I think so,
Even longer than that?
I think so, yeah.
I mean, I failed maths,
that is
so I'm helping the
ridiculous.
subject.
Try that at home and let us know if you can perform that online. And squad battles doesn't count. Last 2 in-game minutes here. Are we going to see Levy continue his unbeaten run here? We could be seeing another upgrade for Wout Weghorst as well. If you are an owner, that'll be 7 points. Trevella Green over here. PH in is getting back into the groove. Could you argue, Tex, this is a great time to play Khan? When he needs confidence, he needs a win, he needs to get a bit of momentum going back in his game. Could be a finesse here from Michael Olise!
Incredible.
And to time that with the goalkeeper movement from Paulo Neto.
honestly, that is top tier. Because I know I'm finessing that. Gravison, are you finessing that?
Yeah, and he went for the near post. Incredible.
And I feel bad for Levy because holding Paolo to 0 goals inside 89 minutes is, we're talking good defensive performances. That is a crazy defensive performance, but you can't hold him out for too long. This is Paolo Neto we're talking about.
Goalkeeper movement there as well, Tex. You take a risk, you take a guess, you take a gamble.
And it's clearly been working for him throughout the game, but, you know, you could say FC's like a game of chess, and that is checkmate. Sorry.
You like chess yourself?
I've been playing so much chess recently, guys, but I'm stinking. My ELO's 480.
Well, if you do want to play Tex at chess, I'm sure he'll take you up on a game. 6-1. Abu Maka is still leading. There's 15 minutes just over that left of the game. Well, it looks like the points are going to be shared there between Paolo Neto and Levy. Let's see if we can catch the ending of it. I think it's probably got additional time left. It's not long. Is there going to be a winner potentially? Otherwise, there could be a gap that's going to start to appear in this group. There would be at least a 4-point gap between first to second. Added time of 2 minutes. All on Levy now. He can make a chance from this one. Corner played short. Douglas Luiz and Rayton just taking their time. Dispossessed. Wins it back, does the Norwegian forward. Still Rayton now. Levy de Veer taking his time with it. Got pressure of Te Hernandez, and the referee eventually just says, look, I've had enough. Calling the game there. I thought he should have played the chance for it.
You're not enjoying reps today, are you?
No, but we've got to take a look at Levy there. You've got to get into the box quicker than that. You had a corner, last kick of the game. This is a corner on FC. That's a good chance to score. You've got to swing that in.
Well, handshakes between the two of them. As we jump back to this one, last 12 minutes, Fuma will not have the time to pull back 5 goals.
You know who'll be happy of that draw? Abu Maka, because it just extends his lead at the top. If the people behind them are now drawing, he could potentially look at this group at the end of the day and be like, yes, my World Championship spot is confirmed.
But also, on top of that as well, Tex, a player like PH who's had a really bad start, look, he's 2 points away from second place.
This is the group format. This is the format. You lose a game, you win a game, the whole group's going to change, and this is what we have here. We can write Abu Maka off. I think he's topped the group today.
The thing is, he's playing Levy and Paolo now. So, as you said, the gap could be even bigger. I mean, he could have just sealed the qualification for the World Championship when tonight ends.
If Abu Maka looks at this like a Swiss format, okay, my next 2 games, if I win both of them, his World Championship spot could be 95% confirmed here.
Keep in mind what Tex is referencing there. If you top the group, you go straight to the World Championships and into the top 8 of the FC Pro Open. It's a huge advantage. Well, speaking of Falcons, Mike, he gave us his team earlier in the draft show. He's back again. Great to hear from him. And he is a massive fan of not just Abu Maka, but his FC Pro Live item as well. So on back to, he is upgraded a lot, and there probably will be a lot more upgrades to come if he can keep playing like he is.
I think this is where Fuma might struggle. If you can stop his Drogba at the moment, I think you stop him. I think he's very one-dimensional from what I've played in practice this week. So Abu Maka's clearly seen that. He stopped Drogba for the most part, and he's 6-1 up, and it's looked convincing. This is Fuma. He hasn't had a sniff, to be honest.
I mean, if we just go back in time, sorry, Tex, with the Umut goal he scored against you, the L1 triangle first touch, I feel like with the way he's playing with 4-5-1, he's able to stop that defending with the centre backs as well. And it feels like once he did that against Drogba, as you said, he didn't do anything the whole match. And it's weird because Fuma wasn't one-dimensional back in the days, like I don't know, a year or 2 ago. This year it seems like it's just that.
And I think he might have taken inspiration from, I think their teammates LJR and him, because LJR came to Pro Open and did the exact same thing, just first time through ball, and he's taken inspiration, and it didn't work this game. It's worked a little bit throughout the day, but I'm interested to see how the final 2 games do go.
Well, there we go. Full-time result there in round 3. Abu Maka still unbeaten tonight and is still not stopped scoring goals. Fuma back to the drawing board. He needs to be ready because he'll be taking on PH Zin following this one. Our last game to conclude has got 4 minutes left. How important is this as a turning point, Gravison, for PH Zin to get some points on the board?
I mean, the main thing for him at the moment has to be that top 2, top 3 spot to reach the knockouts, because it seems like the top 1 is far, far away. But still, if he ends up the day with 9 points, it's good.
He takes on Fuma next as well, Tex. It's no easy game, is there?
This is the situation with the Pro Open this year. I don't think there's any easy games in any groups, really. Maybe 1 or 2, but yeah, I think another big thing for PH in this game is he's got his goal difference back closer to Abu Maka. And it's just nice to get a 6-7-1 victory, because I said it in the last game. A good goal difference is like an extra point. An extra point in a group like this is it could be the difference between getting knocked out and making it through.
A couple of changes being made between the two. If we jump back into the action now, it's got about 3 game minutes left. And that will do us for round 3. It may have took him 2 games to get going, but PH Zin, the FC Pro Open champion, has now got points on the board. KTZN will be going straight into a game against Levi de Veerde following this break now. Just a lack of confidence, do you think, tonight? Nerves? Or just off the pace completely?
He's off. He's miles off it. I'll be honest. This is a stinker. Like, you can come and lose every game. He's lost 8-0. Now he's lost 6-1. In the game he lost 8-0. He's lost his head. He's slide tackling everywhere. It's just not pretty, and I fear for him.
Yeah, I feel like you gotta compete at least when you get to his level. And if you're not playing well, and if you're 5 goals behind, you still gotta try. But it seems like, I don't know,
He given up in that last game.
Yeah,
he given up, and you can't give up at this level.
We've still got 2 more games to play. Again, he takes on Levi de Veerde, which comes up next. It's going to be an interesting one, this, as the night still unveils here at the FC Pro Open. Will Abu Maka continue his unbeaten streak? And will Khan of KTZ and Galatasaray Esports turn the tables around? All to come here at the FC Pro Open.
Ben Kaan Tüzün. Şimdi birazdan Ultimate takımı oluşturacağım. %100 Mbappe, çünkü oyundaki tartışmasız en iyi fiziğe sahip ve en seri oyuncu Mbappe olduğu için Mbappe'yi seçiyorum. Shooting, Ronaldo Nazario'yu seçmek istiyorum çünkü oyundaki tartışmasız en iyi bitirici. Pas olarak tabii ki de Kevin De Bruyne'i seçmek istiyorum. Her noktaya, her şekilde istediği şiddette pası atabiliyor. Tartışmasız en iyi pasör bence De Bruyne. Dribbling tartışmasız benim favori oyuncum, en sevdiğim oyuncu Neymar. Onun üstünde dribblingci yok bence tarihte. Neymar demek istiyorum. Defans olarak tabii ki de Van Dijk seçiyorum. Hem fiziği hem yerinde müdahaleleri. Theo Hernandez. Çünkü çok güçlü. Omuz atması falan.
PlayStation tournaments are on PS5. Featuring FC25. Challenge more players and find more ways to win. Get ready to compete on a global stage with new and exciting daily tournaments, all at the press of a button. So whether you're a seasoned competitor or just starting, come for the challenge and leave with glory and incredible prizes. It's time to join the competition. Sign up now on PS5.
PlayStation.
welcome back to the FC Pro Open, and what a tournament it's been so far. We have seen goals, we have seen absolute scenes. Abu Maka, that man, has scored 16 goals so far and conceded just one. It took him 45 minutes of real action to concede his first goal, and it's with great pleasure to say we are starting this part of the show with Abu Maka. Right, first things first, this has been absolutely an incredible performance from you. How are you feeling?
يعني ما شاء الله نبدأ إنه كان أداء فوق الرائع. كيف شعورك؟
الحمد لله استعديت بالشكل المطلوب ولسه قدامنا الكثير بإذن الله.
Thank God, I've been well prepared and we still have more to come.
But you're saying you've still got more to come. How many more wins do you want? If you go win the next 2 games, you're unbeaten in the whole thing. Does that mean you can put your feet up, like Brandon Smith said in the commentary, and not worry about the next time you're here?
يعني إذا عم نحكي على المزيد اللي جاي، يعني إذا فزت بالمباراتين القادمتين حترفع رجلك خلاص عادي زي ما قال المعلق وتحسب حالك خلاص فزت بكل المباراة؟
لا لسه باقي قدامنا 5 مباريات في الإياب. أحاول إن نطلع الحين 3 نقاط إن شاء الله وبعدين نفكر في اللي جاي.
We still have the home matches, so I'm just looking forward to gaining these 3 extra points and just prepare for the next.
I want to ask you about the table as well, because the goal difference in the table, you've got plus 15, and Levy, who's in second place, has plus 1. That surely counts as an extra point, doesn't it?
يعني هلا بدنا نشوف على الجدول او القائمه انت زائد 15 وليفي اللي هو المرتبه الثانيه زائد 1، فهي اصلا فرق بيناتكم كثير، يعني هذا ما تعتبر خلاص يعني اخذت النقاط.
في الأخير يعني الأهداف ما تهم، اللي تهمني النقاط. صح الأهداف تعزز يعني الثقة أكثر، لكن ناخذ كل جيم أهم شيء النقاط لو 1-0.
Goals are not as important to me as the points, so I'm looking. I want to gain the points, and of course everything is good.
Yeah, I mean it's been fantastic from you so far. Paolo Neto up next, and your tactics are coming later on in the show. Let's go and take you guys to Brandon and Tex, who've got some FC Pro IQ.
Thank you so much, FG. Yes, FC Pro IQ is back for another week, and Tex is going to be taking us through some of his gameplay in the next few minutes. Abu Maka saying there's more to come. What more is to come, Tex? Because he's been ridiculous so far.
This is one of the best performances in Pro Open history. 17 goals scored. That's more than 5 goals a game. 2 conceded in 3 games. Unbelievable performance so far.
He went 3 halves of 9-minute halves without conceding a goal as well. Absolutely ridiculous. Again, still more to come tonight, but now let's jump into some FC Pro IQ. Tex, you were in action last week, and we thought, you know what? Let's look back on some of your gameplay against Oberon specifically.
Yeah, the first 20 minutes against Oberon, it wasn't pretty. I couldn't leave my half. He squeezed me. I couldn't go anywhere. And when you're in my half for this long, you're going to score. As he scored here, he went 1-0 up.
We know Drogba is deadly for Oberon, and we know that he's a bit of a bogey opponent against you sometimes, but at this moment in the game, correct me if I'm wrong, you paused the game at this point. I remember looking at it, and you made some drastic changes.
Yeah, so what were the issues against Oberon? I couldn't leave my half. I'm just getting pressed, and I'm just getting crowded. So my issue was, I'm in a 4-4-2. That's only 2 midfielders, and one of my midfielders is also on playmaking Roman, so he runs out to the wing, and I've just got Gravenberch fighting for himself out there. So I had to change something, and what did I change? I changed this.
So you made a change. You went from a 4-4-2 into 4-2-1-3?
Yes. Now, I went into a 4-2-1-3 because you get an extra body in midfield. I take one out the attack and I get an extra body in midfield just to have more passing options.
Extra body being Kelly Smith-Icon, right?
Yeah, no, don't worry. She got subbed off. She was nowhere near defensive midfielder. Or I'm sure she could do a job that I do like her card.
And then what changes did you make? Because I believe you brought on Georgia Stanway?
Yeah, Stanway went into defensive midfielder alongside Gravenberch. Had a little midfield free with the wide player so I can play it out wide. And let's take a look.
Let's see what he did for you. I mean, again, you flipped the game on its head. Talk me through this moment here. 30 minutes on the clock, 50 minutes after the changes.
Straight away there, you see me, I'm winning the ball back. I got an extra body in midfield. So then I can win it back. Once again, I lost the ball, no problem. I get 3 in there. And then I can find the wingers quickly. If it's not on, full-backs, winger, centre attack and mid, 2 DMs. There's loads more options. And I think this is the first time I entered this final third. And I got a bit lucky and I managed to score. But just one formation switch and you're back in the game.
So sometimes just be sort of bold enough to take a pause and make changes when it's not going well.
Yeah, exactly that. Once again, pause it here, please. Look at the setup. My 4-2-1-3 in display. I've got it out to the wingers quickly. I've got 2 DMs waiting for the ball. I've got a Cam waiting for the ball. And it just changed the game. And I had way more options and I could just play way better. So if we fast forward it here, just look, send my Cam on a run. He has to sort of guard it. 2 defensive midfielders into the finesse. What I was working on in my 4-4-2, you can also do it in a 4-2-1-3. 5-star week for Kenny Dalglish's goal.
You're back in January. What changes are you going to be making off the back of what you've seen tonight and especially last week?
Just be more willing to change the game style, obviously. You can be losing your champs games at home. It's never over. You can change formation and the whole game can change. So for me, having a 4-4-2 in the locker and having a 4-2-1-3 and just changing some more tactics up.
Absolutely. Well, look, don't be stubborn. Make changes, especially when it's not going well. I think this will be your last time doing FC Pro IQ Tech. So it's been an absolute pleasure with you. He'll be back after Christmas to play more group games. But for now, it's into round 4 with Richard Buckley and Grabberson.
Certainly is. Changes necessary for Tex to give himself a better performance against Oberon. Changes needed for that man right there, KTZN. 20 goals conceded, 0 points on the board, and he's in our featured matchup right now, taking on Levi David. It is essential, Gravison, that he gets something on the board in this game. Look at those stats on the screen. 3 goals scored, 20 goals conceded. He's lost all 3.
I mean, for me, the main thing is just going on this first match, thinking in the first half that he cannot concede any goals and he has to score at least 1. So, for example, when you start the game, you're playing against Levi. It's 1-1. Draw 2, but then the goals against and for are so, the comparison is so much bigger. So for me, the way I do it when I was competing is just you take it one step at a time. So you think about the first 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and you set some objectives for every single minute. So at least you have something to grab onto, because if not, if you just play like the way you've been playing, you'll probably lose.
Michael Elise is going to come forward here. This is Levi David from right to left, all in orange. As Reinders slots in Javi Simmons. It's a good tackle from KTZN on that occasion to nullify the threat. Looking at Kylian Mbappe here, gets the bundle away. He needs a little bit of luck at the moment. Rafael Leao into Heung-min Son, back to Mbappe.
That was good.
Looking at those other games taking place right now, Paulo Neto versus Abu Maka. We'll be keeping our eyes on that one. And also PH Zin taking on Fuma.
That's a great match, the PH against Fuma.
Game.
Wow. The thing is, if PH wins that, Fuma seems to be in a tough spot at the moment. So whoever wins that, that's a nice goal by Levi. And it's just poor defending, to be honest. It seems like it's a really easy goal to score.
Can we see it again?
Yeah, you attack with Theo, you pass it back, you recycle, you pass it into a striker. The player switch is way slow, and it's just an easy goal. And for me, he missed the player switch, and the player switch was lazy as well. So that's the reason why he's conceding so many goals. It's just poor defending, to be honest. And I don't want to sound harsh, but
You've got to speak the truth.
it's truly poor defending, yeah.
You must have been in situations where you're playing and it's just not going right for you. PH Zin up against Fuma. Is this a mistake at the back? Drogba getting time to finish. Fuma, no mistake whatsoever in the finish. Leads 1-0. You must have played in tournaments or played in qualifiers or whatnot where it's not going right for you. How hard is it when you're in the game in terms of like, it must feel like there's no respite for him.
It's the hardest thing because you lose all your confidence. Nice goal, so this could be a good first step, but it feels like, as you know how we were mentioning before, as Man City is playing now,
Yep.
it seems like from the first minute, everything seems to go
Anxiety,
again.
there's anxious energy.
This is the same when you're playing. So, for example, your opponent could be building up in the midfield, and you're feeling like you're going to concede the goal, because it feels like you have that anxiety and that bad energy into the field. So it happens in football, in real life, in soccer, sorry, but it happens as well here in FC when you're competing.
That Mystery Nation, as we spoke about earlier in the show, is still up for grabs. The chance to earn yourself some objectives is still there. All you need to do, correctly identify what is the Mystery Nation in tonight's tournament. We've given you some clues throughout. Do you know what I liked earlier, Grav? Country is Antarctica. It's not. I liked when you guessed from Not Poodles, great name. Bob Johnson, the Mystery Nation is Scotland.
Nope.
It is not. Panama.
That's a
Incorrect.
great shout. Yeah.
Is it a great shout?
I think so.
Why are you guys getting soccer? It's football.
We'll just say it's soccer tonight. That's it. Today, it's soccer.
Wap Baz 99.
Hey,
that
Richard.
tickled me. Take the goal grab.
Wow. Richard's not going to be able to just talk for the next 5 minutes. He's laughing.
Wap Baz 99. Great name. Abu Makar's top of the table still. Oh.
Stop it, Richard, please. I'm begging you to stop.
Kerry, the producer in my ear, has just come over the headset and said he's crying with laughter. Oh. I want to meet Wap Baz. Oh, let's get lock in. Lock in. Come on. There's games happening. KTZN scored a goal and he's 1-1. And so has PHZ. Great effort. Fuma just tipped it wide of the post. Corner whipped in quickly. Van Dijk's up and it's a green time header. Those flashes past the post.
Close. That was close, yeah. Let's see another goal.
Hold on. Paulo Neto. Bobby Charlton. Abu Makar's gone 1-0 down.
First time in the tournament. And we got to talk about Bobby Charlton. That wasn't really that great of a chance, but
he's finished it.
Flying right in.
Every week we've had someone use Bobby Charlton super effectively. Jafonso started the trend, and since then he's popped up in teams and been really, really influential in the squads.
To be honest, I'm not liking Douglas Luiz much.
Really?
I do think that it's a poor offside trap.
Great finish. KTZN leading 2-1. It came from a mistake from Levy though.
Yeah, I mean the offside trap was awful, the timing of it. Let's see if we can see we can catch the replay. We're gonna see there. You can see the.
Do you think that's manual or is that from the high depth auto offside?
That's manual and that's awful, because you have Theo with a couple of chances to just go and run through that side of the pitch and maybe go for a pass. He went for a pass, easy goal.
Just saw a corner before this that went wide of the post. This time PHZ, no mistake, heads it in with a
scored
timed header.
2 corners this tournament, which after after the live tuning update.
It's tougher, especially with the contested headers.
Yeah.
Abu Makar trailing for the first time today. See what he's got. You saw that table as well. I don't know if you can flash it back up on the screen, but one result narrows everything up. Look at that. Paulo Neto goes to 7. Levy, Fuma tied on 5. PHZ on 4. And all of a sudden, Abu Makar doesn't look invincible at the top of the table.
Yeah. And it feels like this is a great chance for Levy.
If he wins that game, yeah, he's in a really solid position. Goes to 7 points. He's on the heels of Abu Makar.
He goes to 8, actually, because he won
He's losing
one.
right now. Yeah, correct. That's maths.
That's nice. Yeah, that's a nice finish, but it all came with L1 speed boost. Dalglish has been scoring a lot of goals from PH.
He looks like, it seems weird to say this, and I hope you understand what I'm saying. He looks like he's got a very good finesse. And you might be like, what are you talking about? He's got finesse shot plus. But some players just have that natural curve when you get into the position where you expect them to score. The SBC item, Alex Morgan, that released quite early into the game, has a beautiful finesse. And every time you get it, it looks like it's going to go in.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It happened for me. It's the same with Griezmann.
Yeah.
It feels like every single finesse for Griezmann goes in.
You see that table as well?
Wow, that's...
PHZ, after losing his first 2 games, has won the last 2. As it stands, goes to 6 points. He's not going to catch Abu Makar, even if he wins that last game, because of goal difference. However, he found himself level on points going into week 2, when we come back on the 27th of January. Levy
penalty
just away, but the referee
just dive, really.
A shoulder in the end.
I scream at my players in foot champs to just dive those occasions.
Go down.
Just go down. Surely that's a penalty if you go down. You can see how PH has been pressing He goes for the cross, the knockdown. This really seems like a goal which made him win the FC Pro last year.
It's very similar, isn't it?
knockdown.
Different players.
Yeah,
Dalglish winning the
he's not
header.
Haaland.
Well, Abu Maka wasn't trailing for long. 29 minutes on the clock. Mohamed Salah on the finesse. Another player, an expert finesse. And just cast your attention to that bottom right corner, because Levi David has also equalised. Goals flying in at every single opportunity at the moment. It's Xavi Simons laying it to Ginola, who bangs it home at the near post.
Poor defense as well. I mean, he just pulled out the centre back without not really a need to pull it, and then it was Van Dijk against 3 attackers. So obviously you're going to concede. I feel like Khan is now competing because he's playing better, but his defense is still not there.
Savanier for Fuma, trying to thread in David Ginola. Drogba was out of the picture on that occasion.
And in Abu Maka's goal, you know who lost possession? Douglas Luiz. He's a bad player, I'm telling you. Do not try him at home. You can see then the Group D as it stands. It feels like Abu Maka with this draw, he just pulls a little bit ahead of PHN and Levy with 4 points. But it seems like this could be a great power shot.
Oh.
No! And that's a live tuning update as well.
Yep, pre the live tuning, that goes in. And I thought it was. Free kick. KTZN over it, up and over the wall. Wow. JJ Okocha. So good they named him twice. In off the crossbar, beautiful finish.
Yeah, and he did have a chance. I think it was a game against BH. He was losing 5-0, something like that. And he did have a chance to go for the free kick. He didn't go for it. This time he went for it, scored a goal. Abu Maka.
Yeah, you don't count him out for long.
It's a little finesse. I mean, I'm sure Tex is loving those finesses.
You talk about Douglas Luiz, you not liking him.
Yep.
Grav. I'm just looking at right now at the market. Since starting today, it looks like he's up 28,000 coins, roughly.
Okay, so
A lot of people looking at him and thinking, I fancy a bit of Douglas Luiz in my midfield. 160k at the moment, if you want to pick him up on the market. I think for that price, a very, very good midfielder. Cuts it back. Twist, turn, deserved the goal. It was really nice play.
yeah, for the people at home that bought Douglas Luiz at the start of the day, really, you got 40,000 coins. Is this a penalty or something? Don't think so. Nah, it was just yeah.
Van Dijk against Van Dijk. Even there, pre-patch, you'd probably think the attacking Van Dijk wins that header. Pre-tuning.
What do you think about the tuning update? You like it?
Yeah, really good. Really good.
I agree with you.
Paulo Neto. He loves attacking, scoring goals, and also loves Bobby Charlton at the near post. Abu Maka's reaction, conceding a second goal in this game.
I did talk about Douglas Luiz conceding a goal, but then that bullet pass was amazing into the striker. So I do feel like offensively he's really good, but defensively he's not there. Don't like his body type.
KTZN has just turned it on a little bit. He looks like he's just gained confidence. He's knocking this ball about beautifully, and that's what got him to the dance. He had to qualify to the FCU Pro Open. He had to show the ability, and we've not seen it in those first 3 games. That is a really, really good goal.
R1X pass, R1X pass, R1X pass, touch, goal. Really good, and he's been there offensively. Let's just see if he can turn it up defensively a little bit.
On the other side of it, Fuma has got one back against PHN. It's crazy to see how just direct he is. I know where I want the ball to go, and I'm going to do it in as little touches as possible.
Yeah, especially with Savanier. You have an item which costs 10k, really.
Yeah.
And you go for the over-the-top through ball first time, it works. I do feel like Tex mentioned it before, he's been one-dimensional today.
Just look at that table. Abu Maka, almost forget about him. He's off on his own. 10 points. He's going to be top no matter what happens in this round. 6, 5, 5, 4 and 3. One win for KTZN puts him back in the conversation. He's only a win away. Obviously, it could come down to that really, really poor goal difference that he has.
Especially that game against Abu Maka.
Yeah.
mean, it's just 9 goals.
It was 6 in the first game, 8 in the second, 6 in the third. There's 20 goals in 3 games. Fuma twisting and turning with Bonmati, but PSG will send it into Row Z, and that will do us for the first half. Great game, that one. Currently poised at 3-2. And this one poised at 2-2. We've got lots of goals in this round. What? Our main stage was 3-2, I think it was?
4-2.
4-2.
4-2.
We've got some really, really good games. These games are hotting up, Grav. Talk to me about KTZN. He came into this game needing a win. He came into this game needing a performance. Are you impressed with what you've seen so far from that young man?
Definitely, because he's trying things and he's competing now. I mean, obviously his defense isn't there at the moment, but still, that 4th goal was really good with the first time R1X passes, and it feels like he's competing now. He went for the free kick with JJ Okocha as well, and again, it's just the defense is really poor, gotta say. He didn't do anything, Levy, to score this goal, really. He just triggered a run, the defense was put inside the box.
Talk me through it here.
Okay, so you trigger a run with Theo, and now you can see you have to player switch into Hierro. You have 2 different choices. You can player switch into the center back and try to go for the player that's holding the ball, or you can just player switch into Hierro.
Oh,
what is this?
No. Why did you have to show us that?
That was awful, yeah. 3-3. But yeah, as I mentioned before, you gotta be active with your player switching, your defending. You cannot just trust to just player switch into a center midfielder, just running back and trusting your IA to defend. That's not gonna work out.
It's almost like foot champs defending, isn't it? When you just run back with the midfielders and you expect your opponent not to see a pass. You have to be aggressive. I think that's one thing that we've seen over, especially this year. If you're not aggressive in that defensive aspect, you can't just sit off. Like players, there's too many power shots, there's too many finesse shots, there's too many travellas. You can't give people space on the edge of the box. Passing as well, the long ball, the over-the-top through ball, the incisive pass plus. There's too many ways to get through if you're not aggressive.
And for the people at home that want to see how this is done, just go back into the YouTube channel of EA Sports, Jafonso against Stingray. That's a masterclass in active defending. It's incredible the way Jafonso defended that match.
First time over the top through ball, Mbappe, the touch just quite can't stick to him. It bounces away, and Hierro with that bruiser plus in those shoulder-to-shoulder battles will always get the better, just as Drogba will get the better of any defence that he goes through. Simple finish, took his time and slotted it high and wide away from the goalie.
And that's confidence right there in the way he just took his time. He went for a 1v1 against the keeper, and you can see the pass is incredible. But now you have all the time in the world. He's sprinting, now he's controlled sprinting, then goes for the finesse, scores the goal. And for example, I'm pretty confident Khan in that situation would probably not score the goal because he's anxious to get the win. But you can see how Abumaka is just comfortably scoring those goals at the moment.
I know when FG is coming from a mile away because I can hear the headset getting picked up, actually getting rattled about.
Sorry I'm late, guys. I tried to come in at half-time and got lost.
How?
And mate, I went round the studio and I just kept walking round in a circle and I just heard your voice. I was getting closer and closer.
It happened to me this morning.
It's massive, this studio, isn't it?
It is massive.
Hello, everybody. Hope you're all doing well.
Hello, mate.
Lots of goals. Any Americans scored? USA players?
Nope.
Not yet, I don't think. You've had a bit of an infatuation with USA players today, haven't you?
Yeah, I just love soccer.
We all love a bit of soccer.
Nope. It's close.
Got a question for you, speaking of soccer. Would you, if you could, replace the penalties that we see here with the penalties where you run it from the halfway line?
What, you mean for my gain? Because every time I do that in rush, I miss, so...
I'm not surprised.
I actually do as well. I never score those penalties.
They're so hard, right?
They're actually really hard.
I mean, you just said you're not surprised. How many do you score?
All of them. Do you know what we should do? We should run a rush team.
I would love
together?
Us three, plus...
Who else can we get? Ryan.
Do you want text Brandon or Ryan?
I want Ryan, and well, based on the text last week, I don't want him, mate. I'll just take Brandon instead.
Okay. Abumaka, top of the table, 12 points.
I gotta say, it's been really hard for me to get those X points to get Konate. The
Oh
objective
no, I'm
level
trying to get
35.
Gundogan, mate, and I'll have him by the end of
Gundogan.
tomorrow. Yeah, he plays in the pivot.
Ooh, we got a free kick, edge of the box.
For me, SBC folder, that Gundogan. Going to the folder, not using him.
Will he?
He's leaving. He's leaving. He's leaving.
Yeah, we didn't need him. Free kick up and over the wall. Great save from Thibaut Courtois. Corner played short. A little bit of close control dribbling. This will be a big throwaway of points, I've got to say, for PSG. What was he, 3-1 up?
I think so. Yeah. Especially the draw.
Well, you saw the table with it as it stands. Abu Makr is 7 points clear of the rest of the group. We've only played 4 games.
Incredible.
However, that table is not up to date because Paulo Neto has got one back. 3-3.
Not much you can do defending. In
Bottom right corner. PSG. Kenny Dalglish. Every time we look at a Paulo Neto Abu Makr goal, there's a goal in the bottom right corner. And Sean Dyche is on the sideline. Look at that dribbling. Slides it into Theo Hernandez. Back to Dalglish. One touch. The close control again. It's superb.
Could you see Steady Jordan just running with the camera to get the reaction from PH? But yeah.
KTZN. Build up on the edge of the box. The touch just takes it away from Levy, and he's got a fifth.
I told Levy, Victor Olise was a bad player. You see that touch? He conceded a goal. He told me, you know what he said before? That's probably Gravesend. No. I'm telling you, Victor Olise is not a good player at all. Don't try it at home.
Abu Makr, Xavi, threading the ball through to Mo Salah. Good tackle, good aggressive defending. That's what we talk about. Paulo Neto getting stuck in with Jonathan Tah. However, Xavi is giving Elise a runaround. Near post, looking for the power shot. It's going to fall back Abu Makr's way. That's the table as it stands with 4 games played. Drogba. Power shot fake into Mo Salah. What a build-up that is, and he's so unfortunate. Bruno Fernandes wins the header. Van Dijk steps out. This ball is Abu Makr's all the way. And Didier Drogba now puts it in the top corner.
And again, he opened up the space for the finesse and went for the pass into Drogba. That's an amazing goal. It all started with the high press, with the cam. You can see how Bruno Fernandes passes it into Salah. He opens up the angle, but he goes for the pass. Great goal. And that's how you can easily play with play styles, really.
Near post.
No.
Just glancing away. 2-goal lead for KTZN, and it is a simply must-win game at this point in the match. That is how that table stands right now. It makes it super competitive if KTZN was to get 3 points in this game. It puts him back in the conversation. A conversation that he wasn't invited to.
Nope.
Nearly 73 in-game minutes away.
And I do feel like he has to go for more goals as well. Of course,
Levy will continue to attack.
Yeah. So you gotta go and attack and at least go for the 6th goal. Because if not, Levy will attack.
Rafael Leao, a couple of step overs. Douglas Luiz, lovely pass into Mbappe, just offside. Just.
I mean,
millimeters.
I may be changing my mind. What a pass.
Yeah.
What was it, 40k more?
Yeah, it's increasing.
Yeah, I mean, makes sense.
I've got 17 on my transfer market. Get that right. I've not. Again, Douglas Luiz, right place, right time. Hounding Levy's midfield. What's happened here then? He couldn't score a goal, and he was conceding every chance. Now KTZN, he's 5-3 up with 10 minutes left to play against Levy David. What's changed?
I think the way he's attacking at the moment, in which he's not thinking anymore about losing the. Could be huge. Didier Drogba goes for the power shot, maybe. No, just a simple finish. 4-4.
From what you can see, KTZN, has there been a tactics change similar to Tex last week?
I don't.
I mean, he's 6-3 up.
Yeah, and this is GG. He scored 6 goals, and I do feel like he didn't change anything with the tactics, but he started going forward with the Air 1X passes. As you can see now with Douglas Luiz, he went for a pass. Obviously, he was lucky with the way he, not only the reflection, but then the way he controlled the ball.
Is it just confidence? Is it a little bit of luck and confidence?
Yeah,
is that what's changed for him?
Both things probably, and I do feel like he's been training a lot with Levy throughout this whole past few months, and I do feel like when you're playing against players who you've played much, you're confident.
Just talk about Fuma as well here, because he looked out with this game. If he was to get all 3 points here, it'd put him firmly in 2nd position.
To be honest, Abu Maka seems to be qualified.
Yeah, no, I mean, he's 7 points clear with a game to play. If he was to win that game and go 15 points from 15, there could be a world in which mathematically he can't be caught, especially on that 3rd position. As we go ahead, I mean, it'd be a 10-point swing, but he'd be in dreamland.
It seems like the group has been really, really narrow.
Well, let's just hold that thought for a second, because he's not going to be on 12 points. Paolo Neto, with a lovely build-up, into Georgia Stanway, with 10 minutes left to play, finds an equaliser.
Unlucky goal to concede, so I don't think he did anything bad, really. But the left stick dribbling with Bobby Charlton to pass into Stanway was incredible.
Fuma might have a chance here. Didier Drogba looking for the player lock. You see the change there as well. Look at, even from bottom to 2nd, 2 points. Yes, there's a big goal difference. From 5th to 2nd, 1 point difference between 4 different players. It's incredibly close. But yeah, Jin looking to find a winner. Separation is what each and every single individual player is looking for at the moment. Separation in that table, because they're all clustered together. You can throw a blanket over them at the moment with how tightly contested it is in that group.
Nice press. That's gotta be
Free kick.
Free kick, one last attack.
Just go forward.
You should, I think.
Reinders into Bonmati. Final chance of the game will fall to Fuma. Looking for Didier Drogba. Can't really go far backwards, and that will do us 4-4. What a game.
What a
between
game.
those two.
He's not happy because he was leading the game 3-1, as you mentioned before. It seems like you're grasping those 3 points. You're on a road to just go back, but
Very rarely do you see frustration like that from PSG.
yeah.
He knows how important these points are, because they're not coming easily. They are a valuable asset at the moment, and KTZN needed any sort of points on the board.
And he took them.
And he took them with a 7-3 victory over Levy David. Huge goal difference. -4 there for Levy. And this group will come down to goal difference. Maybe not for top spot, but 2nd and 3rd, I can guarantee you, will come down to how well you've defended.
I'm sure Victor Osimhen, as he finishes up his football match over in Turkey.
That's an upgrade as well. That's his first upgrade for tonight.
We'll be happy with the upgrade, the goal, with everything. And it seems like, let's just say Cannes wins the last game, 6 points out of 15. It's not good enough, but it keeps you alive in the conversation.
Do apologise if you did hear any swearing coming through from PSG in Portuguese. Speaking of inevitable,
let's see.
Abu Maka, 88 minutes on the clock. Mo Salah, linking up with Rafael Leao, and adds a 5th.
Incredible first-time pass from Rafa Leao into Mo Salah. It seems like Abu Maka is going to end up 4th round with 12 points, undefeated.
7 points clear, 12 points, top of the table. He is in dreamland right now, Abu Maka. No one can get near him.
It's going to be 7 points clear. The 2nd.
There is a bit of time left in that game. I'm sure we'll join it when we are kicked back off. They're in the celebrations at the moment, and any last changes that are being made. You see the green light flashing up on his face. Let's see what this last couple of minutes has got in store for us. The touch from Mbappe, can't quite get away from Hierro. 3 minutes added on though. Will it be Abu Makar adding a 6th? Will it be Paulo Neto finding an equaliser? And we'll go out on a limb and say it's more likely Abu Makar gets another goal.
Or not.
Or not! Got to go fast. Savania. That's a great foul.
Yeah, tactical foul. Everyone X for the people at home. That's a yellow card, so it's a win-win situation. But now you gotta defend.
Douglas Luiz goes into the book. He's going to have to be short and try to work into the box. Theo Hernandez. Mbappe, step overs. Abu Makar just stood up tall to it. Abu Makar, 5-4 win, his closest contested game so far versus Paulo Neto. But the Team Falcons player, representing the esports organisation of the year as well. Congratulations to Team Falcons. So well. Paulo Neto's going to pick himself up because he's got an all-Brazilian affair. 2 players, both need points. That's coming up after this break.
تيبو كورتوا لأنه أفضل حارس في العالم. باولو مالديني لأنه يعني يحتاج واحد مدافع. تشافي عشان التمريرات يعني عنده التوب. ليونيل ميسي وكريستيانو رونالدو لأنهم أفضل لاعبين في العالم فأنا لازم ألعب فيه.
PlayStation tournaments are on PS5. Featuring FC25. Challenge more players and find more ways to win. Get ready to compete on a global stage with new and exciting daily tournaments, all at the press of a button. So whether you're a seasoned competitor or just starting, come for the challenge and leave with glory and incredible prizes. It's time to join the competition. Sign up now on PS5.
PlayStation.
We are back. It is time for Group A of the FC Pro Open. And what a lineup we've got. We've got the likes of Mark 11. We've got Facu Cohen. I mean, look at that. Jafonso, the man who is top at the minute.
Mbappe might get the pick into that one. Squeeze into the near post. Into Kylian Mbappe. Green timed.
Alfonso was absolutely sensational. We spoke about it earlier on, about whether the pressure would get to him. Didn't really look like it, did it?
Alfonso, world number one, you expect them to be at the top. I thought Stingray would be a little bit high. He started well and fell off a little bit, but it's not too surprising. I think Mark 11's the big shock.
But it's Mark, unfortunately, still going to be only on 1 point.
Tough night. Go again in a month's time, no point sulking about it right now.
And these are the games that you look back on and think that should have been a win. It could be defining.
This Group A will be back after Christmas, and we can't wait to do it all again.
Yeah, we absolutely cannot wait to do it all again. I mean, I'm laughing because you just had an unbelievable word on Jafonso. Why didn't you say it in the accent you just said it in?
It was just right good. It was right good.
I mean, we appreciate Jafonso. We appreciate all you guys for watching. That'll be back in January. But here we are today, Mr. Buckley. And wow, we took a week off last week.
I did.
You failed your driving test. Abu Maka,
unnecessary,
so far, has passed the test. He's been absolutely incredible, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. He's done well. No, I mean, 12 points out of 12. Could be the first player to go all games with wins. He has looked like he's not even going to come back in the second week. He don't need to. I mean, if he gets 15 points, he'll be 10 points clear and absolutely flying at the top of the table.
Maybe me and you could step in for him, because if he gets 3 more points here, as you look at the Group D standings, I mean, look, he is through. He is qualified.
Yeah, I mean, maybe not mathematically, but he's in a good position.
He's in a sensational position.
He's all right.
But let's talk about the other positions, because, I mean, all of a sudden, it's opened up so
One
much.
win. That's all it needs. One win can change this for you. You go into these last games now as well. You're looking at PHZ, you're looking towards Paulo Neto. They're playing against each other. Levi David, KTZN. There's some really, really big matchups that are moments away, and you have to go out going into this festive period break with a win, because it just puts you in such a better position.
I mean, KTZM, we were talking about how he shipped so many goals against Abu Maka earlier on. If he wins the next one, I mean, he is well and truly well in with a chance.
But that goal difference could haunt him. It could be the ghost of Christmas past. And he'll be thinking back to 2024, thinking, I considered 20 goals in 3 games, and that could be, Tex said it earlier, goal difference is an extra point. Because if it goes down to that decision-making process, you're out.
I mean, that is pretty much me, conceding that many goals all the time. I mean, look, you're talking about the goal difference in this game. Let's talk about something else that's really important, which is the campaign, the live campaign.
Yeah.
It's important for all of us. Ryan Basoa's not with us today. He's not replied to my WhatsApp when I asked him who to invest in, but this is Match Week 3's upgrades. Nathan Ake with a +1. Well done, Tex, for getting a +1 there. I mean, which items stand out for you here out of these ones? Because I am looking at
so many.
Gravenberch. He is an absolute monster in midfield.
Yeah, Gravenberch, obviously really, really good. Bowie as well, the item that was the SBC, represented by Yuval, with a great upgrade. Tonight, it's all been about Tom Bakke. You know I like a stat. You know I like some numbers. And tonight, I've looked in particular at PHG's item, Gabriel Jesus, OK? At 4 p.m. today, he was 610k. Right now, 495. He's dropped nearly 95 to 100,000 coins because of PHG's performances tonight.
I mean, can I just flip it there and just ask you? I know you like your numbers and stuff, but can we reinvest in that and hope that
maybe the PHG comes back in the new year, picks up 10 points, Gabriel Jesus goes through the roof? It's not financial advice from me whatsoever. If you do that, I take no responsibility whatsoever.
Yeah, I mean, listen, don't invest based on...
It's all on FG.
Do not invest on anything that I say, and definitely not what Richard Buckley says. I mean, let's head over to Grav, shall we? Maybe he's got some investment tips, or he can ask the person he's with who to invest in.
Yeah, don't ask me. Ask Ryan or ask Paulo, because I have no clue about investment. Every time I invest, I lose all my coins. So, first of all, Paulo, thank you for agreeing to do this interview, because I know you have your mind in this match. So we only just steal 1 minute of your time. First of all, what do you think went wrong in this last match against Abu Maka?
I think that what went wrong was on defense. He was very good attacking. So, but yeah, I consider in the 88 to draw the game. So yeah, it was a hard game. He was defending very well, and yeah, he was playing really good.
The thing is, you can still finish up if you win this last match, because you could end with 7 points. I saw you having breakfast with PH this morning in the hotel. How hard is it to play in a game as crucial as this against a good friend of yours?
Yeah, of course it's not good to play a good friend in matches like that, but yeah, I think that we are all competitors, and here what's most important is the victory. But yeah, I just hope that we can both get through to knockouts, me and him. Yeah, but I hope that I get the win now.
So your mind, obviously you're playing against a friend, but your mind is that win, 7 points.
Yeah, I think that that's the most important thing, like just focus on getting the 3 points after the game.
I mean, you hear it from the man himself. The mind is in the 3 points. He's playing against a friend. You'll see now in just a second what it means playing against a friend. But the mind in the 3 points.
I learned a lot with last year, and I came here back again to be stronger.
Paulo Neto, Abidi Pele, hello!
I think that every year I'm more prepared, like also just not in the game, but mentally. And last year just helped me a lot on that to become stronger with my mentality, and I think that is the key point.
What's 5-0 in Swiss? How does that feel?
It's give me a boost of confidence for today, and I hope that I continue playing like that.
Paulo Neto! What a difference a year makes. He was Swiss 0-3 last year. This time, he will be amongst the best 24 in the world.
Qualifying is like always the nicest feeling ever, like to qualify for a tournament. After you qualify, you just relax. So it was really nice because I also was like tense because last year was not the best one. So I was like, okay, I need to do good now. Group D is one of the hardest groups, but I think that it's for these moments that we play for, like to face the big opponents. P18 was the champion of last year. We have Abu Maka, who did great in almost all the tournaments. We have Levi, Fuma, KTZN. I'm glad to be here in this group because it shows that I'm as good as them. Indeed, I think that I have what it takes to win the Pro Open. I think that I'm the most complete player now. I think that all these years that I have been playing, I'm getting better and better. And yeah, now it's the moment to show that I can beat anyone.
Well, here we go then into round 5. It's the last one here before the Christmas break in the FC Pro Open. And look, Tex, we move over to what is a massive group. We were just looking at the group there. A player like Calm, 0 points from his first 3 games, and he's still in it. Yes, there's a minus 16 plus goal difference, but he's still in it.
Yeah, he lost 6-2, 6-1, 8-0, and if he wins his next game, he could be in the top 3 by the end of the day.
He could be. And look, he's got a massive game ahead of him. Before that, we've got a massive poll to live for you guys because everyone in the chat keeps on saying the Mystery Nation is potentially USA. But if that is the case, I mean, I want to know this debate first and foremost. Is it football or is it soccer? Because so many people watching right now call it soccer. It's football, isn't it?
It's always football, soccer. What is that? Imagine calling football soccer.
I mean, let's get a poll up live now. Is it soccer? Is it football? I don't know why we're speaking about that, of all things tonight. Sophia Smith's popped up, and there's been so many more references to a certain nationality tonight in our Mystery Nation. Again, there's a poll on the stream now live. Let us know what you think. We're going to be going to our round 5 game. Richard Buckley said it perfectly. There's potentially a night of firsts tonight, and that could be that Abu Maka could be the only player to win 5 out of 5 games. He could get the highest point tally so far in the FC Pro Open, and he could also be the highest goal scorer. Do you think we're going to see that from him in about 19 game minutes time?
I do. I think he's going to do it. He's been unbelievable today. Unbelievable. The best Pro Open performance ever. 1 game away from 15 out of 15 at this level. Do you know how hard that is? That's unbelievably hard. And it's not any 15 out of 15. It's a 15 out of 15 in a hard group in a convincing fashion. Okay, that last game he scored a last-minute winner, but the other 3, he's been unbelievable.
We will be taking you through, as always, the group standings as it continues to unfold tonight here in the FC Pro Open. Remember that this is our last game of the year, last round of the year, so to speak. We're back again in January to kick off back in Group A. Tex will be back in action in the middle of January as well for round 2 of the group stages. We're going to start here with KTZN of Galatasaray. Any Victor Osimhen owners, you will be happy to say that eventually there has been an upgrade for him tonight. He's a +1 upgrade on his FC Pro Live item. He did just win against Levi David, 7 goals to 3. I mean, you've been in scenarios like this before, Tex. Say if you lost your first 3 rounds at the FC Pro Open, how would you go and then pull out a 7-3 result against Levi?
You know what? I don't know how he's done it. 7-3 against Levi DeWitt. How has he conceded 7 goals? I don't think he's ever conceded 7 goals. And if he goes and beats Fuma now, I think he finishes the day ahead of Fuma. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I'm pretty sure. And well, after game 3, you would think he'd be down and out. But now he's putting himself in a good position to potentially be top 3 of the group.
Well, these two Two Brazilians that travelled probably over together not that long ago here into London. They are, of course, great friends. They have matched many times in the CONMEBOL eLibertadores, another FC Pro partnered league. And the last 2 times they've played, PH has had the last laugh. Is it a chance for Paulo Neto to maybe get a little bit of revenge on his fellow countrymen? This will be our featured game. PH beat Paulo Neto. And of course, keep in mind that Fuma will be taking on a very difficult Khan KTZN, who leads by a goal to nil now from this power shot. Was that just maybe a really small bit of hope from Lerry David, because it looks like Fuma's going to be taking the most of this. He leads by a goal to nil.
I'm telling you, Fuma's Drogba is unbelievable. Every goal he scores comes through that man, and it's always the first time through ball. Khan should have done his research. He's got to know from the earlier games that's what he's doing, and you've got to set up to stop it. And it's been 10 minutes and he's already conceded 1.
And of course, our other game I meant to say is Abimaka against Lerry David, which is currently drawing as it stands. Could be an early chance in the first 11 minutes here. Mbappe denied once and twice. Can't link up with Kenny Dalglish. As a rash tackle that comes in from Steven Gerrard. Do you think if there is a world where Abimaka gets 15 points here, Tex, he doesn't pick up a single point if he came on his return, still makes top 3?
Yeah, I think 100% top 3. Top 1, I'm not sure, because the likes Lerry David can go 5 out of 5 the next week. PH can go 5 out of 5 the next week. So I think he'll definitely be in the top 3, but I'm not 100% sure on if he's guaranteed first if he gets 15 out of 15 and then goes 0.
Be careful here. What a brilliant bit of build-up that is from PH. Shown a little bit more of the PH that we know. Lost his first 2 games, then got a win. A very convincing win against Khan. A 4-4 really frustrating draw. You saw just a bit of outpour of emotion from him in round 4, but that's a really well taken goal, Tex.
Yeah, it's nice football, or soccer if you want to call it that. One-time passing, easy green, and it looked rather simple, to be honest, and that's what you're used to from a PH in attack.
Update over here. What a finish that one is. Lerry David, 13 minutes in on a power shot. Leads Abimaka. Maybe he won't be 5 from 5 tonight, but don't write him off. He has been incredible. There's the replay again. We actually caught that one live. I thought it was a replay, but we caught it live. I mean, it's not Drogba for a change, Tex. It's David Ginola.
That was David Ginola scoring power shots. But one thing I will say, Lerry David has just lost 7-3 in a game in his head. He should win. So he's going to want revenge. He's going to want to bounce back. And I think he needs to win this game. And if he wins this game, I think he'll be satisfied with his week.
Right, well, we did do a poll, soccer or football. We'll give you the poll result from that shortly. There we go. 88% of you said football.
Can we get this 12% kick from the Twitch chat, please?
Someone voted for it. 12% of you. Let us know your guesses for the Mystery Nation as the mystery continues to unfold here at the FC Pro Open. Every week we give you a Mystery Nation. Has anyone found out what it is yet? If so, let us know. Kenny Dalglish, brilliant R1 dribbling there. Still Kenny Dalglish! PH leads by 2 goals to nil.
So clever. It's debating the finesse again. Watch him. Oh, am I going to finesse? Am I not? And then it's just a little 1-2 because Paulo Neto's thinking about the finesse. So clever, and he's done that superbly tonight.
And I know you're a big fan of Kenny Dalglish as well, Tess. He does always pop up in your team. Over here, Fuma leading by 2 goals to nil. It looks like there could be a small gap appearing in Abimaka. Everything's coming in 2s apparently across our 3 matches. Another 2-0 lead over here. Lerry David leads by 3-0. Michael Elise loving that finesse play style plus. It looks like Abimaka will not be going 5 from 5 tonight. Back to this one now. That's how the table's going to look tonight. Remember, top 3 is what you need come late January to get yourself into our finals on the 1st of Feb. 3-0, PH in.
He's done it again. If you watch that goal closely, if we can see a replay, Paulo Neto's doubled wide the goalkeeper, double triangle to watch the finesse. And then a little simple pass beats it. It's a goal. He's so clever, and it looks so simple, but to get the time in, that's like hours and hours and hours of practice.
Update here, 3-0, Fuma. There's your power shot. And that really does sum up the day that he's had. Very much a difficult day in the office. Still 2-0 over here. I mean, we know that we're looking at the top players here, Tex, in this group, but some of the results are just... He's come off the back of a win. Where's the momentum from that win, or is he just playing against another top player?
I don't know. I'm going to have to go and watch what happened in that KTZN Levy de Weert game. How was that game? Oh, that's beautiful.
Xavi still there. Rafael Leao will not be struggling to taking the shot. Blocked there is Didier Drogba. Abu Makar maybe his match on this occasion.
Drogba should have gone down there. He should have dived. Go to the floor, throw yourself to the floor, get a penalty.
Lovely little interchange there, 1-2. And then on the other side, Tex, someone like Levy, just come off the back of a surprising loss, you could argue, from the form that he showed us tonight. Is it just a lapse of concentration one game, a mismatch of play styles, and he's now back on top playing against the player of the night and doing really well?
Yeah, I think you can have bad games, and it might be motivation levels or just complacency. Obviously, you go into that KTZN game and you're thinking, yeah, he's lost 6-1, 6-2, 8-0, like, I should win this game easily. So maybe he got a bit lackadaisical, and then he goes into the game now against Abu Makar, who's won 4 out of 4, and he's banged up for it, and he's got a bit more motivation. He's a bit more focused, and he started the game well here.
Quick corner comes in, goes all the way through. Courtois gets 2 hands on it. Remember, this is our final round today. At the end of this round, you will be able to get all the player tactic codes that have featured in Group D. And all the FC Pro Live items will be finalised for this first match day. Update here, Paulo Neto was 3-0 down. And still finds himself in a real difficult scenario. What a step over exit that could be. Important goal back there for Paulo Neto. Crazy as well, Tex, for someone like PH. He lost his first 2 games, could have easily slipped even more than that. Is it a case of a serious wake-up call when you get into those scenarios where you've dropped a few points early doors, like, come on, I need to start finding my feet? He's not dropped a game. Yes, he has drawn a game, but he hasn't really lost a game since then, as it currently stands.
Yeah, I think he's too good a player to lose 3, 4, 5 on the right. This is PH we're talking about. He's not bad at the game. He's obviously not. He's not going to lose 3, 4, is he? It's PH and yeah, I'm not surprised he's bounced back, and 3-1 against Paulo, because Paulo's a tough opponent, so he's playing well on that one so far.
Well, KTZN is crying out for a breather as he's 3-0 down against Fuma. This result, as it stands, would put Fuma, I believe, in 2nd place. Abu Makar. Let's jump back to that one now. What a performance this has been from Levy so far. Down the byline, and if that had a bit more pace on it, at least they could have found a 3rd.
I mean, you predicted Fuma to top the group. I predicted PHM. We both got it wrong, so...
I think you're still a winner, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm still the winner. I still need my takeaway.
Just Abu Makar, though. We know he came in as the world ranked #1, but you never know what to expect from him. Yes, he was good in the qualifier and did enough to qualify himself through. But he hasn't been in Europe. He hasn't been playing against European players, and sometimes it can leave you a bit of a disadvantage. You're sort of stuck in your own region. You're only playing players from your region, but that's not been the case at all for Abu Makar. Yes, he's 2-0 down in this game, but he's won his last 4 games here tonight. And he didn't concede a goal for 45 minutes of real-life time. That is 2.5 games of FC 25 on 9-minute halves. Don't think we'll see someone keep a clean sheet for that long.
If you look at the negatives, though, if he loses this game and then next week he plays a Fuma and loses that in the first game, I don't know his fixtures, but say you play Fuma first next week and he loses, all of a sudden he's only 1 point ahead and he's back in the mixer. So one loss, and then all of a sudden you get another loss, and then they're 1-2 point behind you, and then all of a sudden you're in some clutch games to see out the group.
Rafael Leao, that's a horrible deflection. It was a little bit like you in the FC Pro Open last year, Tex. Obviously, your second meeting back in January, you were picking up points for fun, and there was points, and there was times where you thought he could come back and flip this on his head here. Abu Maka might get a little bit fortunate there. You can see Levy feeling very frustrated as that just fell back to Bruno Fernandes inside the box. Take it, don't you, when it's coming your way in a match like this?
Yeah, that's a bad goal. I feel for Levy on that one. He defended it good. Abu Maka got lucky, but when it's your day, and he could potentially, that could spark a comeback, and he could make it. Go on, goal.
Goal indeed. 3-2 on the stroke of half-time.
You know what? I don't ever see PSG in rage, but after, was it his fourth game? He wasn't happy. He was 3-0 up in this one. Now it's 3-2. If his head goes here, he could be in big trouble.
Well, that's the table as it stands. You have to appreciate, by the way, the goals that have gone in tonight from all of the games. 22 goals gone in from Abu Maka. That would make him the top goal scorer across all of the FC Pro Open players that we have seen here. And he'll be matching the point tally of Jafonzo from week 1 on 12 points. Half-time in that game. We'll leave it for a split second. Over here, for KTZN, Tex, I mean, first time in the FC Pro Open. We know he's a new name on the scene. Saw him in pockets last year in the Champions League. But here it hasn't gone well. It's been a terrible start for him. We can see a lot of goals, and you can see he's really feeling the pressure.
Yeah, but what I will say is, if he comes back next week and has a good week, it's still possible he can get in the top 3. That's how big that 3 points is that he got, because if he was on 0 points, it's over. There's no point turning up the next week. However, he is on 3, and it's a benchmark. It's a starting point.
Well, the fact there's been a couple of draws in this group tonight has really allowed him to very much still be in it. Before the game kicked off today, he was in round 5. He was, what, 1-2 points off 4th place, 3rd place. It's remained really tight, this group. Second half kicked off across our final 3 matches here. This is round 5 of the FC Pro Open. Abu Maka building in, trying to find that finesse. A little bit of goalkeeper movement there that made all the difference. And for the final time tonight, Richard will join us in the commentary desk. We're speaking a lot about how this group has unfolded. Rich, what's been your main takeaways tonight?
Yeah, I think it's twofold. The first, obviously, point being how dominant Abu Maka has been. I don't think we've really seen a player. Jafonzo week 1 was very good, but not in this fashion. I think what Abu Maka has been doing tonight is so impressive. He does find himself conceding a goal here to Levy David, so maybe just ending the day with a little bit of a whimper, but his performances very impressive. Disappointed. I thought KTZN would have kicked on in this game. He just picked up a massive win against Levy, 7-3, and now finds himself 3-0 down, and really he's not looked in this game whatsoever.
If we can we jump across to PSG and Palanetto? What on earth, Tex? 3-0, PSG was leading. You mentioned that he has been a little bit emotional in parts tonight, PSG, in terms of he's not been happy at times, and it's clearly come across. You're 3-0 up.
This is Paulo Neto, though. He scores goals. If he's 3-0 down, 4-0 down, you always believe he's going to find a way, find a little spark that will get him going. And the 3-1 goal, it got him going. He's made it 3-3. And this game, it's game on now. And I wouldn't be surprised if Paulo Neto took all 3 points.
Suddenly the momentum's just all in his favour. Big win there. Lovely chance to pull away. PHN has to score! A really important goal there. With how that game was swinging and swaying.
I don't know if you could hear that at home as well. I don't know if it's just my headset or you two could hear that as well, but I could hear the audio from inside the booth. I think it was PHN's coach just saying, stay calm, as he was attacking. How much do you even take of that in? Like, if someone's trying to talk to you as you're playing?
I wouldn't like it. I like it when they talk to me if there's a stoppage or if there's something urgent they need to see when the ball's not in the final third and there's no sort of danger happening.
We also have to talk tactics because we'll be jumping into the booths. Paolo Neto or PHN, whoever wins that game, I'll be in that booth. As it stands right now, PHN getting his tactics, talking through what he's done tonight, how he's played. I think you're going to have a little talk as well to us, a couple of the players, get a few tactics codes.
Yeah, I don't
All
know
the
who,
tactics will be released after the show.
I want Abu Maka. Abu Maka's tactics, there must be something going on there. A 4-5-1, like no one has seen that played this whole season so far. And he's put it on. Oh, it's going to be Drogba again.
You know what Fuma's playing?
I'm telling you.
Drogba ball.
Fuma's Drogba. Do your research, KTZN. You should see it coming.
Is Fuma better with Mbappe or with Drogba? Like a prime Mbappe Fuma or a prime Drogba Fuma?
Okay, this is where I'm going to bring in an argument. I think Mbappe, 100%, because
anyone can do what he's doing with Drogba.
Drogba's doing, another player could do it, but no one will ever run as fast as Fuma's Mbappe. He was the fastest player I've ever seen. You could not catch him.
Quick corner comes in. PHN will make it 5-3, and just echoing the point that Richard said, let us know in the chat which player of the six tonight tactics you would like to take a look at, maybe implement into your game, your team at home. Because after this game, you will be able to access it all in our post-show tonight. All 6 players' tactics will be accessible. And all the hard work that's been done here, Tex, from Paolo Neto, has sort of been rubbed away.
Yeah, corners are horrible to concede, but it happens so often, obviously. It's not unstoppable, a corner, but they're so hard to defend. And when you concede one, it's like, I've not really done anything wrong, but that's the game. You've got to live with it, and he's got to bounce back again. But it is Paolo Neto, as I said.
Got a question here from Schrompel. Is it a rule that you have to drink water after every goal?
You could probably explain this, Tez, because someone in the chat was saying earlier, someone said, I've been in and out of FC for a while, but all the players have a drink of water after a goal. Is it just like the routine?
I don't know, it's a weird one. I never used to do it, but I do it now, but it's still got like a dry mouth, so I just...
Nervous?
Yeah. So it's not a case of... I don't know, and the replay's long, it's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 seconds, and you just get a bit bored and just have a little drink and you're good to go again. It's like a reset sort of thing.
Is it the more goals you score or the more drinks you have? Because if you won 8-0, every pause...
Every time you concede, I'm taking a swig as well.
That's why the producers hate me. I go to the toilet after every game. There's too many goals going on in my game.
You've delayed quite a few games in our time, Tex.
It's not my fault. We're playing the bladder.
Here's Paolo Neto. Last 25 in-game minutes left. Couldn't really get the angle. Michael Olise. Second, third time. Somehow the ball's still sticking for the feet of Paolo Neto. Brilliant fee. Oh, really well taken.
Game's not over, is it?
What goal?
Paolo Neto is so enjoyable to watch in the final third.
One of your favourite players to watch?
I'd say he's right up there, I think. Guy Barros last week. And just in general, I think it's really entertaining. I think Abu Maka plays the game really nicely in a different way. As you say, that he's 4-1 down.
We should ask the chat.
Who's your favourite player?
Who's your favourite FC Pro player to watch? And give us your top 3. And I want a rogue one in there.
I like Guy Barros, I like Abu Maka to watch, and...
Like me? You like watching me?
Lost in the Waves.
Lost in the Waves, that's an old school
Back
one.
in the day, every game,
Yeah.
1916.
I like Ice Vogel as well.
Yeah, the Kingfisher.
I see what Tex has done there. He's probably just done it so he can get a few shout-outs.
Yeah, there's a lot of Tex in here.
Clever.
Tex Levy Anders. Ozio.
Stokes is no pro. Stokes is a streamer.
Levy. Fuma. LJR. Tom Lees.
It looks like Abu Maka may have met his match in this game. Convincing all night long, 12 points on the board. It's just still a ridiculous feat, Rich, to come into tonight and be that dominant. He scored the most goals out of any FC Pro player that's been here too.
Yeah, he's been really solid. Stokes actually just replied saying 8-7 hold.
Didn't he beat you in Wicked, was it round 1 Wicked Wednesdays?
He beat him in Wicked Wednesdays as
yeah,
well.
but who cares about that tournament?
Yeah, exactly. Who does care?
Tell him to beat me at the FC Pro Open.
So is Stokes 2-0 against you this year?
No, I beat him in a Blackie Cup.
Okay.
Okay, we need the ultimate game then, really, don't we?
Nah, tell him to play me here, but he can't because he's watching me instead. How about that, Stokes?
Right, I'm going to leave you.
You're going to leave us, are you?
I'm going into the
Don't
one of
get
these
some
booths.
tactic codes for us, Rich. 6 players. We want to see all the tactics codes at the end of this round.
I'll see you soon.
See you soon, mate.
As we come to the closing stages here in round 5. It has been an incredible 4 weeks of action. Who do you think has been the most impressive player across the 4 weeks? If we just looked at group leaders across the board, from Jafonzo's to O'Bruns to Manu Bashore, Abu Maka.
It's a tricky one. I'd say Abu Maka, but is that recency bias? I just remember watching Jafonzo and I was in awe of what he was doing because he was the esports world champion, and I don't know, it was a load of pressure on him. He signed for a new team. There was a lot on his shoulders, and he dealt with it, and he had a really good week. So be it, he had a bit of an easier group, so I say top 2 for sure, Jafonzo and Abu Maka. But then Oberon had the group of death and got 11 points, so.
Let's jump back to this one, because I know there's a few of you in the chat asking for it. Well, look, we can see you. And we're jumping over to this one now. This one is the most tightly contested game left. PH in. Can he hold on to a really important 3 points here? The FC Pro Open champion. It'll be 7 points from 15 tonight. Not brilliant, but not completely terrible. Pause coming in from Palonetta. If he'll have time to make this all-important change. What a ball this could be. Mbappe, has he got the legs to get through? Yes, he can. Can he get past the goalkeeper? Big save, Courtois, and it's Theo Hernandez, who just about scoops the ball away.
There's a big save there, because I'll be honest, PSG needs these 3 points. Really needs these 3 points, and I would say you don't usually see Palonetta miss chances, but he missed that one there, and he's going to live to rue that mistake.
Update over here as well. It has been a really hard day in the office for Khan of Galatasaray. Yes, he'll have 3 points from 15, but a red time shot that's flying into the back of the net. We'll leave that one. 6-0 Fuma Lees. Jump over here. Free kick! Ooh. That flies in. Abu Maka will not end today defeated. Or unbeaten, sorry. He will lose an opening game. 5-1. Levy ends on a really positive note after losing his round 4. And here's the replay again. Free kicks this year, Tex. You need to get them right, especially in these areas.
Yeah, quality free kick. If you practice them, you should score 2 out of 5, I think. 40% of them. But yeah, it's not only a win, it's a goal difference win, because he needs to claw back goal difference on Abu Maka's. Abu Maka's far away.
Just to take a look as well, I mean, goals conceded tonight for
it's not
for Khan. It's not
pretty.
It's not a pretty sight at all. This is such a big situation here, points-wise. Power shots! Green, PH in! He needed that one to take it to the new year.
Does that put him in the top 3 now of the group as it stands? No.
He would still be in fourth. It would be 12 points. Abu Maka. The goal difference of Fuma will be enough for him to stay in second. Levy in third on 8 as well. Both of those players will be on 8 points, and PHN will only be a point away, but he will be in fourth.
Not good for the bottom two though, because there's a little gaps created now. What? KTZN's going to be four points away from third now, and like 4 points doesn't sound like a lot, but it is a lot.
29 goals conceded tonight from Khan.
What's the maths on that? Almost 6 goals a game.
It's not good.
It's not good. You can't. I don't know what's going on there. He's got to get back to the drawing board and put in a better performance next week. It's never over till it's over, Brandon. It's never over till the old lady sings.
I think you're getting used to this commentary a lot now, aren't you?
Sorry, I'm having fun tonight. More fun than I did last week playing, that's for sure.
Well, full-time result there, Levy. What a way to end the night from you, my friend. Maybe he still wants more. 8 points from 15. He will keep the pressure on. Look at the goal difference gap between the two of them.
That's after a 5-1 win as well. He was so far clear, Abu, and I think one win next week and that will secure him top 3 for sure.
Big win this for PHN as well. If this was a draw, I mean, he'd be 3 points off third place. He's only 1 point off as it stands. But it does certainly look more worrying for Palanetto and Khan in 5th and 6th. There's the full-time result there. Palanetto will lose the game. But from a really bad start after 2 rounds, PHN, he's been able to turn it round-ish.
Yeah, after the first 2 games, if you offered him this amount of points, he would say yes for sure. So, not the best week, not the worst. I think it's decent.
But important that he turned around the results when he did. He lost his first 2 games, as we said, respectively, to Abu Maka and Levy David. Then it was 3 big results in a row, a 6-1 win against Khan, a 4-4 draw against Fuma, and an all-important result there in his last game. Look, that group is still very tight. You can argue, yes, the gap's certainly starting to build between first place and second place there. Abu Maka, 12 points from 15.
Yeah, I think maybe 4 points next week and he's confirmed. Not maybe first, you know. I think, I back him to come first.
Back to the point though. Most convincing player out of the 4 weeks?
Put him in.
Javonzo, Manu.
I've got an argument for them all,
Abu.
but I can't give you the argument. Okay, from watching, everyone's going to say Abu Maka, so I'm going to say Jafonzo. Watching him that week, I was like, wow, the way he was playing, it was some good stuff.
Yeah, he was really, really impressive indeed. Again, just for context as well, we are back in January for 4 more rounds of group stages where you will be in action to try and qualify yourself for the top 3, where more FC Pro upgrades will happen as well. But what a night it has been. 5 rounds of action. Remember, you can just see behind me there, we are getting some tactic codes ready for you guys. You could get your hands on FC Pro Open Champions PHN's tactics very shortly indeed. But before we do that, we're going to head to the desk now of FG, who I believe is joined with our player of the day.
Absolutely, I'm our PlayStation Tournaments player of the day, Abu Maka. I mean, let's get straight into it, shall we? A disappointing result for you there, but overall, what a day it's been. 4 wins from 5.
يعني طبعا اللاعب المتميز عنا اليوم أبو مكة. طبعا آخر نتيجة كانت مخيبة للأمل، بس 4 فوزات بخسارة واحدة. إيش شعورك أنت بهذا الفوز؟
أول شيء الحمد لله، يعني 4 مباريات لعبتها بشكل كويس. المباراة الأخيرة كان يلعب ليفي من طرف واحد، ما قدمت أي شيء في المباراة، لكن هذا ما ينسف المجهود اللي قدمته في ال4 مباريات اللي راحت، وأوعدكم إن شاء الله في الإياب بعد 40 يوم على خير إني أهديكم التأهل بإذن الله.
So well, thank God. I've done very well in the 4 games, the 4 wins. The last one, yes, it was just a win from one side. It was Levy playing all the wins. I promise you that I'm going to be doing very well after 40 days when on the home matches. So let's look forward to that.
I mean, congratulations, first of all, because you played flawlessly. But I want to ask you about the tactics and the formation. 4-5-1, you are the only player in the whole competition to use this formation. Why is that good?
يعني مبروك يعني على اللعب يعني الرائع. بدي أسألك على التكتيكات وعلى أسلوب اللعب. يعني أنت لعبت 4-5-1، هذه أول مرة أحد بيختار هذا التشكيلة، يعني اشرح لنا عنها.
أنا عشان أحب الكورة يعني ومتابع وكذا، وأحب لعبي دائما بسيط فعشان كذا العب 4-5-1 بحيث انه العب التمريرات القصيره واوصل الباب باسهل طريقه ممكنه.
So I like to play the simple way of playing. I like football and I like to play it the simple way. So for me, 4-5-1 is I like to have short passes until I reach the goal and like strike. So that was my way.
If I had to ask you finally before we head off, what was your moment of the day today? What would it be for you?
يعني آخر سؤال بدي أسألك إيش هي لحظة اليوم المتميزة عندك؟ إيش كانت؟
الهدف الرابع على باولو نيتو.
The fourth goal against Paulo Neto.
Well, listen, massive congratulations. We can't wait to see you in the new year. He was incredible, wasn't he?
I mean,
Grab, listen, it's time to give you your what everyone's been waiting for, and that's the tactics. I'm going to be keeping a close eye on this. Definitely. Richard Buckley, take it away, my friend.
Thank you very much, FG. Before we get into the tactics, I just want to show you something. If we can get the camera in nice and close, have a look at that controller, by the way. That is absolutely superb. PHN custom controller. He's got the winning moment for the FC Pro Open. We've got some moments lifting tournaments with Brazil. I like that. I like that a lot. Talk to me about your team, firstly, before we break down the tactics. Would you have changed anything now looking back in the draft?
Oh, it's hard to say that, but yeah, in the training I was really good with this team. Yeah, but here I saw like Drogba, he just.
Do you regret not picking Drogba?
Yeah, I regret a bit, and also like it's hard to say because like in the practice was really good this team, but here, yeah, the game is a little bit different. Yeah, I regret a bit, but now I just focus in the next week.
Well, you can see the defensive, high line, balanced, pretty standard tactics. When you look at the player roles, talk me through this. Wrighton on inside forward ++, James as winger. Why one coming in and one staying wide?
Yeah, the reason is because I attack so much with Theo Hernandez, so I think it's really good when Reite go to inside to the pitch
and he goes past.
Yeah, and he goes past. So I think all the time I do like 2 versus 1 in the line. And yeah, I like also because she have a good Trivela and finesse plus.
Well, we're going to look at what you actually play like with the ball. It's quite similar. It's not super different. Both midfielders on box to box. Is this just how you like to play the game in terms of it's quite standard?
Yeah, for sure. Like I always play 4-4-2 like in the past years, and I like a lot to play attacks all the time with my fullbacks, my midfielders. So I need to. They have like a box or like more to offensive. But yeah, I like
both strikers on advanced forward ++. Usually we might see one on false 9. Did you ever experiment with false 9?
No, I didn't, but I saw a lot of players does. So yeah, I can try for the next week.
And what's going to be different next week? What's going to be different next time you come back?
Oh, it's hard because the game changed a lot. So like the meta, the players. So let's see. It's a little bit like a long time for the next week. And yeah, I will train with my team. And I didn't regret this team because I was really good in the practice, but it is what it is. And that's it.
PHN, you're the champ for a reason. Good luck.
Thank you.
Have a good break. PHN's code coming up very shortly. Abu Maka's code is coming up as well. Tex is joined with another player right now, Levi David. Take it away, mate.
So here I am joined by Levi David.
Successful day for you today, would you say?
Yes and no. Like beating PHN Abu Maka, I would have signed up for it, but losing against Khan and 2 draws, which I should have won. 8 points, I think it should have been 12 at least. I played 1 bad game, 4 amazing games, but I only won 2, so I would not say successful, but I did a good job, I think second.
It's a strange way to get 8 points beating the players you don't think you would beat, and
it is.
Maybe. But anyway, I'm here for your tactics. 4-2-3-1, talk to me. Why the 4-2-3-1 for?
I just like it. My play style's kind of pass and move. I like to trigger a lot of runs.
Keep possession. I know all about that.
I don't think I did today. Today I didn't, bro. You didn't watch me play because my tempo was quite high, I swear. And I think defensively I'm really good, so I don't need all the players to come back. In this formation, your cams will just stay up front. They're available for the counter-attack. Yeah, 1 wing back, Theo.
So why is the wing back just attack down the left hand?
Also on the right side, but so he's a little bit higher up the pitch. He's like a decoy as well for my opponent.
Okay, so
he needs to defend Theo, otherwise I'm gone.
So obviously 8 points this week, and this is your tactic. Going in to the next week, is there anything you're thinking of changing or?
I'm always looking to change things up. Maybe next week is in 6 weeks or something else works for me. I'm just trying to figure out new tactics, and new ways to play every single day. For now, this worked. I felt quite amazing going into this tournament. I felt really good. That's important for me, and I would just practice before a tournament. Let's see how something feels, and then I would just stick with that. But at the moment, I'm not looking to change the formation or something, but we don't know, maybe Oberon comes up with something.
Everyone copy him, I might need to copy him. He got 11 points in my group. But yes, thank you for your tactics. If you do end up coming up with a tactic and you find a good one, please tell me, because I need something, because I am fed up with losing.
That's not true, bro. You played well as well. You just need to finish your chances, and
you
were quite unlucky.
You're teaching me how to finish, but now I got a bit unlucky.
You should not ask me today, bro. I missed so many chances and crucial moments. Otherwise, I would have been here with 12 points.
But anyway, thank you for your tactics. Now I'm going to throw it back over to FG on the hostess.
Thank you so much to Tex and Levy. This man's been trying to play musical chairs whilst this has been going on.
I wanted to make sure we were all in order on the desk.
I didn't even know where to stand there, but anyway, I hope we're in the right position. But listen, everybody watching, this is the moment you've been waiting for. Get your phones at the ready, get your screenshots ready. Here are the tactics of all of the players for tonight. Brandon, which one are you picking?
Probably not Carnes. Not tonight, after what we may have just seen, but we are going to... I want to go, you know what? I'll go Fuma.
I would literally, why didn't you just say Abumaka?
I can tell you who we're picking. M, hashtag, $, small W, 3, small X, 1, capital U, capital W, small Q, capital A.
Thank you, Richard.
Well, whose was that then?
That was Abumaka.
That was Abumaka's.
Correct.
You could have just said Abumaka.
That was Abumaka's. I wanted to make sure for people who maybe were just listening, not watching. There you go, there's a code.
Well, thank you very much to Richard Buckley. I hope you got that. Do you want to repeat that for them before we head
Capital.
The codes are all on the screen for you guys. Make sure you take advantage and let us know. Let us know on all of the FC Pro socials which ones you use and how many wins you get in the weekend league. Grav, what's been your highlight of today?
I mean, I think Abumaka's fourth goal, actually mentioned before, that Xavi tiki-taka, I think I was commenting with you, it was just that tiki-taka with Xavi. That was a crazy goal. For me, a moment of the day.
Get a few tips from Levy, come back next time out.
Yeah, but listen, let's not talk about me and my playing performances, but my most impressive... I like watching PHN today because he played a little bit like me, baiting the finesses. I enjoyed it, and he's so clever of it, so PHN I enjoy watching today.
But listen, we are at the halfway stage of FC Pro of the groups already. It's gone very, very quickly. 4 players are at the top of their 4 groups. Can you name them off the top of your head?
I can. Jafonzo, Manu Bachore, Oberon and Abumaka.
A real pro. Brandon, you would have been able to do that as well.
Absolutely.
I mean, who's been the standout out of these 4? They've all been absolutely brilliant within their own right.
Jafonzo or Abumaka, the fact that man did not concede for 2.5 games is ridiculous.
I'm going Oberon, the group he were in. I think the consistency he showed in that group, unbeaten, 11 points, and everybody, it's their cup final when you play Oberon in that group, because if you can get points against him, you expect him to beat everybody else. Question I've got for you, out of those 4, who's most likely to win the FC Pro Open?
Jafonso.
Tex.
Don't see it on the screen.
There are a lot of big names still left in the tournament, all right? A bit like this man behind us on the screen. I mean, another one as well, Mark 11 is still there. There are so many big names. I'll ask you this. I mean, Casey's not here this week. She'll be sitting on the fence. Who's going to win the FC Pro Open?
I still go with Jafonso. I think he's the favourite to win it all.
Rogue, but Nicholas.
Ooh, wow, that is a huge call.
He won the Super Cup in Spain, so yeah.
Go on, say yourself, go on.
Myself, nah. But if you want another answer, I'd say, I think with you, Jafonso. No, not Jafonso. I don't know. Abumaka, no.
I said it before we kicked off. Manu Bachore.
Anyone.
Hang
on a minute, you've got to back yourself, you know, because you are
I'm giving a different answer, because I do think
you
myself.
Give about 4 different answers.
Yeah, I can't make my mind up, okay?
I'll tell you what, right? Well, you can't make your mind up whether you're going to win the FC Pro Open, but I think I speak on behalf of all of us when we say a massive well done to you, Tex.
Incredible.
You have been absolutely sensational. He's a natural, so if it all goes down the pan and you don't get any upgrades for your live item, which you've got previous for, you're welcome back, mate. Thank you so much for being
thank you
a part of the team. What's been your favourite moment?
Commentating with all of you, I love the woo. Nah, but genuinely, I hope I'm not back because I want to be playing instead.
Yeah, we wish you all the best. Genuinely, we really, really do. And to all of our players and everybody who's watching us, we wish you all the best through Christmas. Have a great Christmas and a great New Year. And we'll see you in 2025 for the next round of the groups and then the finals.